No, that's not it.
Damn, bro. I know what it'd be like. I'll be I'll fake. Y'all gotta know that right now.
Yeah. Is that a question?
I was fake as fuck.
Y'all are crazy.
Damn.
Put some respect on my goddamn name,
I was
nigga.
fake as fuck.
You are such a
Oh, by the way, I just started watching Soul Eater finally.
Really?
Yeah.
I
just started watching it, yeah.
I can't talk shit. I still haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho, so.
Wait, whoa! That's even more surprising than what I just said.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm never gonna watch Inuyasha, bro.
You're never gonna watch Inuyasha? I mean,
Why not?
It's just
Inuyasha's pretty good.
It's not appealing to me at all. I'll watch parts of it though.
Okay. Well,
Like I've watched
It's
like,
phenomenal.
some of the biggest fights.
I wouldn't say it's good, it's phenomenal. Like,
Inuyasha?
growing up, I still
Inuyasha.
remember, like when I,
It's
like, you know,
so-
obviously you remember a lot of stuff when you're younger, but not every single detail.
Yeah.
I still remember like exact episodes when I was younger from that show.
Inuyasha?
You
Yeah.
watch it on Cartoon Network.
It's either you love it or you hate it.
But
It's Adult Swim.
Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
That's true. It was Adult Swim.
It's Adult Swim, yeah.
nah, but freaking what's the Soul Eater is actually pretty good. Don't get me wrong, like, I don't love every episode. There's some things where I'm like, alright,
Wait,
you're
which one's
going a
Soul
little
Eater?
too much.
Is that the one with the
Soul
Eater,
the little girl with
with
the
the
scythe.
scythe, you know?
Yeah, and it's
turns
like you,
into
the
a
death
moon.
is like, the king practically.
The moon that has a face that's bleeding all the time.
Got you.
The
yeah.
sun.
Death the kid sucks 2 pistols.
The
Gat,
son
gat.
that creeps me out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 2 of Boku no Clout Cast. Today we've got Zach with us.
Hey.
We got Gio with us.
What's up?
We got Fabrice with us.
Yo.
And we've got Ayo Deji with us.
You're...
And of course, your host with the most, Kenny M.
Doing the
Shut your
most.
bitch ass up.
How y'all doing today, guys? How we doing?
Mad because someone just pulled me out of my video games.
Ooh, we had a podcast.
Hey, you got it worse, bro. I drove down here. Fuck. In the wet
Exactly.
ass.
I mean,
Yo,
you
it's-
asked you could get on the Discord.
It's raining. It's
I
raining.
tried. I
too.
forgot, bro. I don't have Wi-Fi. It sucks.
That's alright.
I was
Discord,
busy
you don't wanna be on
replaying
Discord.
Persona 5. It's lit.
He's not. He doesn't count.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
no,
nigga
honestly.
playing Persona 5. Alright.
It's a good-ass game.
Wait, what? Which one?
Persona 5.
Persona 5.
What is it? A shooter?
No.
No,
It's some
not
bullshit.
even kind of.
I mean, the last game you recommended, that the samurai one, I forgot what it's called.
I
Wait.
didn't
For Honor, right?
Wait.
For Honor.
Like,
For Honor
don't get-
sucks.
I think it's okay. Like, I like it. However,
Yeah, it's an okay game.
I am upset with the whole freaking balance of the characters and everything.
That's
Like,
what I hear. I heard it's
The balance
terrible.
is
yeah.
But what? For Honor's not that bad.
No,
I think For Honor
like
could've
the
been
concept.
fun.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Good
never
game.
saw the
It's just the
appeal
balance
because it
of
was
all
like
the
all
characters
slow and
trapped.
clunky.
For Honor's like a better version of
And-
Fire
and-
Force.
and
is what I
especially
mean.
since it
You
was
get what I'm
like-
saying.
It's like first person, maybe like as a third person, but I don't
You weren't a fan?
know. I wasn't a fan.
That's
You need
wild.
you either need to speed it up or make it third person, or do both.
Y'all ever heard of a State of Decay?
No.
Sounds
It's like a
familiar.
zombie game.
Sounds familiar. But,
like
I got the
I'm not good at
recent
zombie
Days
games,
Gone zombie game. Well, it's not that recent anymore.
Unless it's Left 4
Yeah,
Dead, I
like
don't want to
Days
hear
Gone.
about it.
the dog wants in.
Fuck the dog.
Nah, she gonna start barking. She gonna come in here and bark and then
Nah, if she comes to you, she won't bark.
leave. If I
It's
open
only
up the
when
door,
you-
she'll bark.
What
It's
kind of
only
dog
when
is it,
you
by
Nufipu.
Nufipu, that's her name.
That's not her name.
Oh.
It's the
Damn,
type
nigga,
of
quit
dog.
breathing
it is.
into the mic. What's wrong with you?
Newfoundland poodle.
I'm not even breathing through my mouth. That's not me, dog.
Nigga, you don't even want.
What do you mean?
You don't even want
I'm
on
not
mic.
even breathing through my mouth. That's the crazy part.
All
Then
right,
don't
all
breathe through your nose.
Yeah,
What do you want me to
that's
say? Stop breathing.
All right,
Crazy.
all right. Let's get into the shits. All right.
All
We've got new anime to talk about. First of all, I haven't seen episode 2 of season 4 of My Hero, so
Same.
we can't really talk about that. But we can talk about the
I
first
haven't seen
episode.
two
It was
yet,
garbage.
We can talk about the first episode.
Wait, episode 2 drop?
Yeah, today.
Sweet.
So, discuss.
It was bullshit.
It should have been an
I mean,
episode
filler?
Episode 1.
It should have been 0. It should have been episode 0,
Yeah.
and then they should have released episode 1 immediately after.
So I get that standpoint, right? But what I was saying earlier is the fact that, like, if you're trying to branch out on this anime, if you're trying to get more people to watch it, I get it. That first episode is a recap.
Tell them to go back and watch seasons 1 through 3.
I completely understand it. And in my heart of heart, like that's exactly what I want to say is like, hey, just go back and rewatch it. Like if you see that it's at the top of the list of animes that just came out, go back and rewatch it. However, I get it's more of like a marketing stunt to where they kind of try to be, hey, we came back. Here's a little bit like a little satisfaction, but at the same time, there's a recap for everyone who hasn't seen everything.
Name another entertainment industry that dedicates an entire episode to catch you up on.
That's my whole thing.
What do you mean? Almost every anime does that shit. What a whole episode?
Maybe like 5 minutes.
I
think Hero. Hunter x Hunter did that at one point.
Some have recap episodes, but they're not episode 1. And even then, like Dragon Ball Z. Previously on Dragon Ball Z, would go for 2 minutes, and then you'd get a new. A new show.
Here's the counteract on that part is the fact that granted, like some things that give that 2 minutes, right? However, a lot of those things that give that 2 minutes, that whole episode would still be so basic, still kind of like recapping, understanding this, understanding that part, and only 2 minutes of here's a little bit of new material.
Not even. Like what? Like Dragon Ball Z is the biggest example.
But here's the thing: before we even get to that point,
last 18
I don't know
minutes
why
Dragon
you
Ball
guys
Z.
are even shocked. My Hero has been doing this since
No,
episode
My
1.
Hero has never done.
Yeah, no. This is what they do. This is what they do. Every fucking episode, My Hero Academia. Well, yes, but every episode, My Hero will give you just like, let's say what the episode's 24 minutes. Will give you 15 minutes of just bullshit that you don't care about, that doesn't affect anything, that doesn't that doesn't matter, or close
your eyes,
it's unimportant, or it's sped through, or it's just not that quality, and then the last like 5 minutes will be like this epic like My Hero has been I think you guys are I think the only reason why I was not disappointed by that first episode was because I anticipated it. I expected going in watching that like the first 15 minutes are not going to matter to me.
Except it was the whole episode.
And I think you're denying that last part where he's talking to the photographer. I think that was a good moment. I think that was a good moment that My Hero is good at. They're good at those
where it showed
moments.
Where it showed that he wasn't going to release the story.
Yeah, and he was
like, you know what?
I don't give a shit.
I did this for me.
Yeah.
Based off of my little
as
life.
A hero,
and explained his life
exactly.
as his little...
Except you can watch episode 2 now. You can, if you hadn't seen episode 1, you can watch episode 2 and not have missed anything.
I mean, like...
I almost...
Because that photographer's never going to be in it again. It's
I
never
feel like you do that with a lot of the episodes of My Hero. I feel like you could skip most of the first training exercise, the heroes versus villains. You could skip every fight except for Deku's. And you wouldn't miss much because later on they show you
introduced to their powers and their characters.
You only get introduced to a couple. You get introduced like Todoroki, but then they show you later anyways.
No, he's talking about the heroes versus villains training.
The heroes versus like the very first one. Okay. Like I feel like
when Deku goes up against Bakugo and flips him around a whole bunch.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of that one. And because my thing goes because none of the other characters ever really amount to anything. They don't have their own moments. They don't have anything big happen to them.
Completely
Who
different.
cares about them?
That's completely different than this though, because some people love Kirishima. Some people love the other characters and think that they do get their moments, and they like that. You don't, but this has literally nothing for nobody.
Except for people who enjoy those big moments that My Hero is so good at. Like me. Like I said,
a big moment.
I enjoy... It was a cool moment.
You're putting way too much into this moment.
No, I'm not. I'm saying it was enjoyable, right? It's not TV to be enjoyed. If it doesn't lead to anything, no. A lot of My Hero doesn't lead to anything. What's the Speed Boys?
I would say
the Speed Boys' brother almost died, and his character changed none. Nada.
But he went through a arc.
Who cares? But it led to nothing. Because he started at A, he went to C, and then jumped right back to A as soon as it ended. We gained nothing.
I mean, that's fair, except that it also led us into what's his name? Stain.
Sure, you can have Stain without almost killing his brother. My point is, not everything...
But they didn't.
But
if you skip that episode, then you miss.
So the point she said was this leads into nothing. My point is, My Hero is fine with doing
His
shit.
brother dying or almost dying led into Stain.
They could have done it any other way without. I'm saying,
But they did.
I get both sides.
but
For example,
right. So I'm saying
what's
that
his
with
name?
this, they
Have to-
gave you a
look
big
it up really
moment.
quick.
My Hero doesn't care if they have something that doesn't lead to anything. The point is to give you a feeling, give you a moment. People did enjoy that moment. It doesn't matter if the build-up was bullshit. It doesn't matter if it doesn't affect anything else in the world. The moment was still bullshit. Speed Boy still got his
still don't
moment
think it was
in
that good of
there,
a moment.
and it doesn't amount to anything. But people who enjoy his character still enjoyed that moment. It's the same thing here. Just because
Whose
we'll never,
character is this for?
it's one's Deku's,
No,
right?
it's not.
Yes,
It's-
it is.
if
He goes up to
anything,
Deku and he says, "Guess what? You are the hope. You are the future." Essentially, that hope first episode was to emphasize what was talked about in season 2, because we had season 3, which was kind of forgets everything that happens
Right.
and they do their own
They
thing.
went on their own little
Season
side
2
quest.
was all about finding the new hope. That guy's character was to remind you and point back to the fact that Deku is the new hope. That's what he does.
I get it. I get
We're
it.
talking about
It
the
goes to
comics.
show.
Not
It puts a lot of weight on. It
I've
puts,
seen season 2. You don't.
but
need to
it
remind
puts a
me.
lot of weight on like what's going to happen. It says like, all right, Deku's going to be like, all right, this is your hero. You're going to see the amount of progress, growth that's going to happen. It's like a little foreshadow. It's like, all right,
Except
what's,
that's bad. Because
I mean,
No,
but like,
I like
but there always is gonna be an episode where not everyone connects. In my opinion, for example, this I have to Google up his name, but Minoru, the guy who pulls up the purple balls from his head.
get those out of here.
For example,
Vanessa,
I
yeah.
hate
Get him
him.
outta
I
here.
completely hate him.
A
There
lot of
have been
people like
small
that.
times where I've had a little small chuckle or laugh about his scene, but overall, I hate the moment he comes up on the screen. I'm like, oh, great,
Get him outta here.
This was about to happen.
Cancel his character.
But there are people who are going to connect with this. So
Yeah.
I do. At the end of the day, I feel like both of y'all meeting in the middle, saying like,
But my
this
issue-
season was like a you seeing like, hey, this is the hope. This is show you who Deku is, the type of character he is, who we're going to build him up to be, all the responsibility that's on his shoulder based off of what's happened. But at the same time, it's kind of like a, hey, like
But my
little small recap.
I feel like
but my
this-
issue is this character doesn't exist outside of this one episode. He doesn't.
But
The little grape shot dude.
But you can't say that.
Well,
You know why?
exists
The reason
outside
why-
of
well, you know why you
his
can't say that?
episodes.
I'll bring you another anime. Is One Piece one of my favorite animes that I just
Oh,
started when I moved to
God,
Georgia?
God.
Is
You
you feel
would.
like these characters don't connect, but all of a sudden they're brought up. So what if this anime as well is doing things to where you connect characters that you're like, oh man, you weren't anything. I will never see you again. Is this one little season that I see
I
you?
would give that
Well,
But they brought
except
that back.
that he's. I mean,
What I'm saying, what
Well,
if that
he's not
happens?
canon.
Well, I don't. Well,
So unless they take a lot of liberties and start bringing in their own characters,
Well, I
which
don't
I would
think-
be okay with.
Or
don't
what,
think
what
that
if, what
matters,
if
'cause-
he's going to be a huge death after?
Well, I don't think any of that. I don't think you need. Not every moment has to have a character that's in the show every episode. You can bring in random characters to create big moments.
I agree.
What is wrong with that? Like what? I mean,
It's the same as having
'cause-
extras on
Then,
the.
then why
on
don't
the
you?
set.
Then it's like fan fiction. It's the exact same thing.
No, because like
No,
It
'cause
doesn't
no, 'cause
exist. It-
No, it's not fan fiction because it still relates to the core canon. Is Deku the New Hope? Yes or no? Is he
Yes.
the, voila. So if they bring in some random girl from 86B to come tell Deku that he's the New Hope, why does it matter who they bring in? As long as you get that point of you are the New Hope passed along, who cares how they do it?
And why dedicate an entire episode to it?
I'll give.
I
It
mean,
could've been
that's
5
just called
minutes.
fine. I mean, that's just called shitty writing, which My Hero is again known for, because their writers are trash. So I'll give you that. It's shitty writing, but I'm still saying like the problem. I'd understand if your problem was the shitty writing, but to say that moment was what made it bad. No, that moment was the
I
only
won't, no, I
redeeming
won't
thing
say.
about
I won't.
that
Okay.
episode.
Okay, that's fair. I will say the best part of the episode is that moment.
Okay.
But no, it's still not enough. It's still
I mean,
not.
yeah,
a good,
no.
Like
My
I
Hero's
don't.
trash.
I wasn't fulfilled. Like
Oh, not even
that
count.
moment.
I'm never fulfilled.
It's
Welcome
like,
to my
Right,
world.
I mean,
a,
that's my point. Is that it wasn't justified. Even I would totally have been okay if they had this and then been like, okay, that catches you up. Now the last 10 minutes of the episode is an actual introduction to the new series.
Sure.
Right?
It's
It would.
honestly-
It still would have sucked, but I would be like, okay, it was a tease. It got me
I mean, yeah.
hyped for the next episode. Whatever.
I think.
But they just totally like.
I think again,
ignored-
I anticipated it. I knew the first episode wasn't gonna have anything in it.
I mean, right?
So-
I didn't anticipate it, but right before I pressed play, it was something in the back of my mind. So I was like, you know what? It's probably
Maybe.
gonna happen to
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Why?
It's like a bag of Doritos.
Why
in
would
my
they
opinion,
do
but
that?
I wouldn't bash on My Hero
dude.
Academia
You know
so
what?
much about that. I feel like it happens with a lot of animes, though.
But My Hero hasn't done it yet. I think they've had a couple of mid-season
No.
filler episodes where they recap things.
Well, exactly.
But that's it.
But that's the
They've
thing.
had,
but
like,
the fact
one
that
each season.
they've done that.
Now they've already started, and now
I'm
we're
not-
gonna have
I'm not
another
gonna
one
lie.
mid-season.
I'm not gonna
Now
lie.
we're gonna have
Listen,
two.
They
At
probably
least.
did that show on purpose, bro. Look at you. You want more. You're like, ah!
I'm not. I don't want more.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah.
You're waiting for the next episode.
Nah, I'm not. I'm like, shit, if this is what they've done, I'm not gonna watch the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch it.
He's about to go watch it right after this podcast.
I'm watching it right
He's about to turn it on right now. Oh my god. Yeah.
He's thinking about it too right now.
Oh, chill.
So I want to laugh.
now.
All right. So last podcast we did kind of go over kind of our thoughts about other animes that we were going to talk about. I guess we never really gave. I mean, they kind of heard it just now, but we never really gave our overview of My Hero and like if we like our thoughts on it. So someone take that away.
So much potential, so little follow through.
Honestly, I agree.
It's so okay.
The fight scenes, are great. I love it.
I am excited for this season, just because, I've read the manga, so I know it's
Same.
coming, and I think this, and there are moments that I want to see animated that I'm excited to see
Is
animated.
the manga still being written?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I haven't read it in a while, but I remember.
Kindle.
What up? Close the door.
Yo.
What's Gucci?
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
Holy shit! I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know it's been a hot minute. What's going
A
on?
hot
You
ass.
still like see
minute.
those?
Better watch out. They'll come after you. Don't say nothing.
Appreciate it.
All right, we got Kendall in the building. What's going on, Kendall?
Yo.
How you doing?
I'm chilling, bro.
You got
Supposed to work tonight, but
finessed it.
Oh yeah. I was so confused because he was like, Kendall just told me he's got to work tonight. And I'm like, did he say he was good for Saturday
Some
night?
bullshit, bro.
Oh, wasn't some bullshit.
Some
Okay.
hot shit.
I mean, I was supposed to work this morning, but they told me not to come in, so I was like, I'm not
Free
arguing
to-
with
yeah,
that.
really?
I'm not gonna argue.
Are you sure? Like, if he was,
I wouldn't have said, "Are you sure?" I would have been like, "Heard."
I'm out.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you sure? Was more of my, like in my head. I was like, are you sure?
Yeah. Am I sure?
So I think going with My Hero. I didn't really hear what you guys said, but what I'll say with My Hero is I think My Hero is the worst hyped anime. It's not the worst anime, but like if we
It's been
took
overhyped.
yeah, if we took all the like hype anime today and we dissected all of them down to different components as far as writing, animation, character, all that good jazz, I would put My Hero at the bottom. But going to what Zach said, because I heard this before I left, it has so much potential. My Hero, I think, it probably of the new anime has the most potential for being the best anime. And I think that's one reason I get so mad when I think about it.
Because it's got the longevity. Because they're definitely in it for the long game.
Yeah.
Right?
And I would
like, it's
say-
going to be a long series.
Out of majority of the new animes, it's one of the ones where it has its own type of story, like its own thing. Like majority of the
Genre.
anime, like own genre, like
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever word
Everything's
you wanna
either
use,
like
but
isekai or some
most
sort
of
of...
like even with the Demon Slayer, like it still kind of reminds me of different animes or Black Clover, like all these different animes that I enjoy watching. I might not think they're greatest, but they still remind me of a different story, of a different type of genre, or what they're trying to get to. But
And Studio
with My Hero
Bones
Academia,
is just
I've
so
never.
good.
Yeah.
The animation,
The animation is...
blows me.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's
I
so good.
I gotta say two things about My Hero though. I feel like for one reason, the mere fact that it's so overhyped that drifts me away from actually wanting to see it because I've only seen a few episodes. But I feel like with the first season, it was supposed to be kind of like a One Punch Man thing where, over the top superheroes, boom, boom, boom. And then season 2 came out and it's like they started taking themselves too seriously. So it's like...
So what I think it is that the creator has his idea of what the start is.
Sure.
And to him, the start goes up to chapter 200.
Okay.
And so, so I think that's what it is. I think it's a long building right to him.
So they haven't.
That's what it hasn't hit full like steam ahead yet.
That's how One Piece was, where I didn't
what you're
start
saying
I agree.
until.
Stop with the
And
One Piece.
I'm
man.
sorry, it's-
One Piece still hasn't gotten
Reason why I will constantly
No,
mention One
wait.
Piece, even if it's not on the main topic, is just because I didn't start One Piece. Granted, they said, this is before I even started. They said they were halfway done with the show. It's like 800 and something, right?
At 800
Exactly.
episodes.
And I would tell myself I'm never watching it. I
I'm
came to
good.
Georgia and finally decided to watch it.
I'm good.
I watched the
Remember-
last
No, I
episode.
remember you.
I watched the
Exactly.
last
Yeah.
episode. I watched the first 600 episodes, so I watched the last one. I'm not watching the 1200 in between.
No, honestly,
I'm
like
not.
half of that is gonna be fillers. Too.
It is. And
No,
I'll-
it's not. One Piece has no filler.
It does have some fillers. Some fillers there are. I will be honest though.
If you're talking,
No, I'm saying from not starting until after all these 800 episodes were out, to starting right now when I came to Georgia, I will be honest. I haven't seen every episode because I went to on Google. It says all right, all the fillers. Let me skip those.
yeah.
But
I mean,
watching
as
this
you
show
should.
from skipping the fillers to all the way to 800, being caught up, waiting a week, I do wish I watched the fillers because things do connect. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that all the episodes are important. Sometimes I'm like, damn it, like this whole episode was like
Jump the shark.
1 minute and a half. 1 minute and a half of something new material. Other 20 minutes of bullshit. Like,
I could
but
struggle
I
through.
I still love this show and I still admire how everything connects, how you see the graphics and everything progress throughout time. It's a great show. In my opinion, it's a great anime.
I could struggle through until they
Agree.
introduced Frankie. Then I just couldn't. I gave up.
Is that you that you don't like One Piece? That was you.
No,
Yeah, I
because
don't.
it's too goofy.
Wait, how
There's
far
no
did you get, though?
seriousness.
I
There
don't
are-
know what
no, but there
episode.
are
I
some
got pretty
serious
far.
ones. There
I watched
Yeah,
a solid number of
Ace
episodes.
died.
No,
and
but
that was
like,
kind of
what
serious.
was the last?
But that was it. That was episode 500.
fuck.
Like, come on.
I think
and
the
I
last
agree with
thing,
that. I agree with that.
The last thing I remember in One
too
Piece
goofy.
was what happens after they get that nigga Chopper.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Alabasta. They got
Yeah, I think I
Alabasta.
made it to Alabasta. I think they got to Alabasta.
That's
Yeah.
still like filler
They
episodes.
beat
to me.
Croc.
Wait, so they just got to
Crocodile?
Chopper, like,
No, they did that whole arc.
And then
Okay.
did you beat Crocodile? Did
Yeah,
Nico
I saw
Robin
that.
join the crew yet?
No.
No,
So,
not yet.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would
So
say,
it's like, you didn't even get to the good part.
but I would
It's
say
like-
the first
it's like
400
Naruto,
episodes
too.
are kind of
But
filler
even-
episodes of me.
and-
The
even-
beginning of the show.
But every when I but even when I
The
start
first 10
watching
years.
or like
I
when I see clips of like Luffy's hypest moments,
And
all
they're
the
okay.
problems that I had in the beginning, I still see it there.
Yeah.
It's I can't take it seriously.
And you can't because it's not
All right,
serious.
so
it's goofy as fuck.
I'll say this. In the newest arc that came out right now, everything is a little more serious, and the graphics are 100 times
Phenomenal.
better.
I didn't see that they changed drawing.
It literally is like they just jumped in 20 years, like all of a sudden, like from graphics. It is different.
Yeah, no,
I didn't
and
think,
the
I
animation
didn't
looks
think the
good.
animation
I
was
would say
bad.
animation
bad.
is a
It's
huge
just
deal
from
to me.
Animation studio as Dragon Ball Z Broly. I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Super Broly the movie. It's the same animation studio.
They did a good
So
job.
They
it's
did a good
fantastic.
job with that movie.
Wait, for which one? For
One
Dragon Ball
Piece.
Z
The newest
Super
movie.
Dragon
Broly.
Ball Super Broly.
Have you seen that movie?
y'all
The
seen
one-
it?
Yeah, that shit was hot.
What is he
Oh my.
relating it to though?
He's saying
You feel
that
like you're like
the
a
studio
vegetable
that is
again.
animating One Piece is not animate.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, wow.
That's cool.
It was
It
really.
looks fantastic.
All right, hold on.
Let's
Let's
check it then.
let's get back to My Hero real quick. Ayo,
We're not done with that yet.
rank all 3 seasons of My Hero from
All 3 seasons of My Hero.
best to worst.
All right, season 1 was good. It was solid, good character building. I'm cool. From 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a good 7. You know, it built a hype.
Nobody asked wrong.
Season 2, I love the whole Stain arc. Like, sure, the character progression wasn't all there, but seeing Midoriya, like, you know, trying to use his powers better,
Okay.
and how Stain pretty much revolutionized the whole evil thing going on, like, want to be, like, good as villains now because of Stain. I'm like, okay, cool. Season 3.
I say
So-
season 2 is an 8.5 in my
So
opinion.
do you say season 1 was the best, season 2 just
Season
like
2 was better than season
No.
1.
I think he's saying 2
No,
and
yeah,
3.
yeah, season 2.
But-
so you hold on, what's
I
your
like
three?
season 2 the most.
what's your ranking? 1, 2, 3?
I say 2, 1, 3.
Oh,
From
you
the
say
joint-
2, 1, 3.
From top to
You
bottom.
say 2, 1, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
From
with
top
3,
bottom, 2, 1, 3.
What about you, Fabrice?
I agree. 2 and 3.
2, 1, 3? Oh, you haven't
I
seen
haven't,
it?
yeah.
2, 1, 3, just because like the last
Really?
one was literally the last 2 to 3 episodes. Well, actually, not even because that's when they're already near the academy. It's just mainly for that main fight of All Might losing all his powers. When
That
you
was
see...
season 3.
No, I'm saying,
That's-
see, that's what I'm
is that
saying. Like,
3?
season,
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I would say 2, 1, 3, but I'm saying season
Wait.
3. The biggest thing out of
Wait.
season 3 was
Season
that
2
moment.
is the sports festival.
No, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
What?
Season 3 is...
Does it end at this festival?
No.
No, it ends at Stain.
Wait,
season
whichever
3.
one
We're
ends
all
at Stain. That's right.
Stain.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
And then season 3
No.
starts with them at camp.
At camp.
And
You're
then
right.
it
You're
goes
right.
through
You're
the whole
right.
camp
That's
arc,
bullshit.
the kidnapping Bakugo, the All Might losing his powers is all season 3.
And then the what's it called?
Ooh,
Then
that changes
it was
things.
the
That
whole,
changes things.
And then the
February
licenses?
Oh, and then the license.
So all that happened
Which was
in
also
season 3?
season 3.
Shit. Hold on.
I'm gonna have to rewrite
Right?
this. 2, 3, 1.
Am I wrong?
You say 2, 3, 1.
One being the worst.
One being the worst. You're
One-
bugging. I say 1, 2, 3.
1, 3, 2.
1, 3, 2.
You said 1, 2,
1,
3?
2, 3.
A bunch of
One
random
is
combinations.
phenomenal because you get.
Alright, you're
First of all,
One is the best.
one is the best. So I said 1, 3, 2.
I said 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
1 is the best. We all agree with that.
yes.
No.
Or
Yes.
you don't agree. And then you disagree.
All
as
right.
well.
Because I like.
No,
All
it's
because
not-
of Stain?
It's not to say that
The
one
Stain
was
stuff
bad.
was not
It's just
that
like,
good.
No, I get that.
Not
like
as good as-
There was more action, you know, in 2.
That's fair.
So, yeah, that
there
is
is
fair.
more because we see the whole
thing
tournament.
action. Then
has-
you got
Which one? Wait, which one was the fight with Deku and
Todoroki?
Yeah,
That's
two.
2.
that's 2. I like that, and I also like the
But
whole.
All
like,
Might versus Nomu.
All Might
the
versus
best
Nomu.
fight in the
Let's
series.
talk about that
That's
for a
what I
second.
said. 2,
No,
1.
I mean,
That's season 1.
That's season 1.
Wait,
All Might versus Nomu
It's
is
the
the end of
end of
season
season
that's
one.
right, season 1. Oh, damn.
you
You
can't
get
give
All
the
Might
whole
versus
season that
Nomu.
one.
Okay,
right
I know.
there.
There's
That's
more
fair.
though. All Might versus Nomu is the best fight in the series.
Is the best
okay.
fight.
Okay, I
and
agree with
then
you there.
and
That's
then
like that's like saying season
But that's
3
one
is
moment,
like
though.
All Might against like the.
I'm not. I know.
No, we're breaking it down.
But
He's breaking
then,
it down.
but then you have Deku proving himself to Aizawa is a great moment because he's
Sure.
like, you can't be a hero.
I like that
So I'm gonna
moment.
kick your ass out.
I like that moment.
And then when he one shots the fucking 0 point monstrosity,
Yeah.
is fucking hype as shit.
Yeah.
It's
All
hype
right,
as fuck.
so
It's hype
those
as
3
fuck.
moments are fucking phenomenal.
I think
and then
season
you
1
can
has the
sprinkle
best
in.
writing. I say season 1 has the best writing.
Yes, yes.
Season 1 has the
Yes,
best storytelling, the best
It
writing.
is the best progression.
Yeah.
It is like 1, 2, 3, a series
Right.
of events that are leading up to
Yeah.
that Nomu fight.
Even
But
as season
it was
1 is like the
fun.
oldest,
So-
I still remember it. I feel like the best.
Yeah.
Season 2, and then I put season 2 over season 3
That-
because. Hold on, nigga, you cut me out. What you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that season 2 is like let's talk about the sports festival. It had its hype moments.
But
No,
I
it
think
didn't.
I think the sports festival was terrible.
The only hype moment in Sports Festival was Todoroki versus.
Nah,
Deku.
Deku winning first
Deku.
place, like,
Only
having
one.
a part of the shield.
Only
That was
one.
dumb.
Honestly,
That-
yeah,
that-
I was
that-
gonna say
bullshit.
Deku.
What was
It
dumb?
wasn't hype. It was dumb.
What?
Deku winning the first race. Absolute
Oh.
shenanigans.
You said that was dumb?
Yeah, absolute.
It was
shenanigans.
hype as fuck.
I loved it.
I was
Ah,
disappointed
I mean,
because
like,
I wanted.
at
Cause
the-
it's bullshit.
Todoroki should have won.
Yeah.
Easy, hands
'Cause
down.
I wanted him to win because he did more. Than,
And he was better. Like, let's think about this. Against the robots, Deku's over here dodging them. Todoroki just
went past them.
froze them and ran by.
Yeah.
Then let's get to the next
But
part.
the
They have the
the
line.
lines.
Deku's carrying this heavy ass shield,
Yeah.
going upside down. Fucking.
And Todoroki is ice skating
But
across the line.
you're talking about what looks
How did he
cool.
catch up?
At the end of the day, you're talking about who was going faster to win and like what they were like the
Todoroki-
idea. I didn't
No,
know, like
no,
okay,
no.
don't get me wrong. I think Todoroki his whole way of winning was way cooler. Like I wish this guy won. I feel like he
no.
should have won. But you're going by based off of speed, based off of at that heat of the moment. All right, what was the quickest way to get past this person?
But
Bam.
No, that's cool, but
Man.
no. His point is it's entirely contrived.
Yeah.
Todoroki should have won before Deku even got to the mine.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Because
should've.
The minefield was like 20 feet.
Yeah.
The
It
thing
wasn't
about
even
that,
like a
think
football
about that
field.
powers though. Todoroki is it's freezing and heating things up. He doesn't have that speed like granted.
no, but
his
he
powers
does.
might-
How was he getting on? How was he going past the tightrope? He was sliding across it.
Right.
Deku was
Yeah.
shimmying across.
Yeah.
Think about that. What is faster? Someone on ice skates going down, or
But
you crawling?
you're going on. Okay, so that okay, I get that.
What do you mean
Okay,
that?
I give that part. I give that
No,
part.
and then the
But
robots.
those were all though.
Bakugo.
And then
He was
Bakugo
flying.
wins after
How
that.
did he not
But
win?
and then I think at some point while Deku's going on the tightrope, there's an asshole with wings flying by, and I'm like, how did he not win? Hold on, who's that?
And let's not forget that Deku didn't just show up and hit the shit.
Right,
He
dug
dug
it-
them out
he dug them
and
out.
piled them up
was Todoroki
and
in
then
it?
hit this shit.
Damn.
They showed when Deku got there, they were in the middle. When Deku had his idea, they were in the middle. When Deku hit the thing, they were in the middle. They didn't move.
What the fuck were they doing?
Having a tea party?
But so this is
Circle jerking?
And sure, look, I am okay with the main character winning.
Right.
I love the main character winning, but
Do it.
Oh, 100%. That's why
Make
I'm
it
not
make
so.
sense.
so
Sucks
someone I was listening to a YouTube video and someone said it perfectly. They were like, that race was like watching a basketball game and the numbers just changing randomly to fit a narrative and no one's even scoring.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. Like,
Or everybody's moving.
Yeah.
Everybody's moving, but the numbers just keep changing.
just do whatever
to make it hype.
Because like that's the thing, it's like in Naruto, right?
And you have
Because
somebody narrating.
I love the Naruto tournament. So if you look at that, like when Naruto wins his things, you give it to him. You're like, okay, he worked for that.
Yeah, he won it
did that
on his own merits.
and it
He
was
farted in that nigga's face. Do not.
yeah.
Stop. I hate that. I hated that.
But
Do
like,
not give him the credit. He
but
deserves.
it's like if you even then let's look at Hunter x Hunter. Their tournament arc,
Oh, I can't get into that.
fucking
I got
Gon,
so bored.
Killua, all of them.
I didn't even make it through the first.
They worked for their shit. They fought. They got
Right.
their thing. In this, they just they literally handed it to him.
They did.
And it's like,
Clout.
and
I mean-
sure, it was entertaining watching it, but it's like it could have been entertaining and meaningful.
Right. Because I
Yeah.
would say the what do they call it? The battleship or whatever, where they
The cavalry battle.
the cavalry battle. I say the cavalry battle was much better
Sure.
because you see him playing it out,
Yeah.
and you see like they were very smart what they did.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't complete and utter bullshit that they won. Right? Nothing ridiculous happened to have them win.
Yeah.
They won because they had a good plan
Yeah.
and they had good fucking skill on their team. Like Shadow Dude was
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal. So that
I love
was
how we don't know any of these characters' names.
Tokoyami. I know their names. I know their names. It's just so much
I'm
better.
phone
to-
over here like, all right.
I know. I gotta keep my.
I know.
priorities.
It's just so much better to
Yeah, go ahead.
use their like description so that
Right.
you instantly know who it is. But anyway, so yeah, so that was a much better example of how to have the main character win
Right.
because he actually earned what they got. Whereas in the first one, he totally didn't earn it. Like that moment of him deciding to pile up the things and
Right.
explode them and ride the
Right.
wave. That is good. That would
That's
have
a
been
cool
good.
moment.
Right. Now you just need to have him be hot on their heels
Yeah.
up until that moment.
I-
You can't have
yeah.
him being lapped and then he does it and
Yeah,
wins. No.
really.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's
Right?
That would have been way
Like-
better. That
Right.
would've been
If
way
he had
better.
been on their asses and then
Yeah.
it was like, I need to win. I need a last ditch effort
And
to
yeah.
push past them and
Yeah.
surge
Yeah.
past them. Not, I need to do this one thing to make the entire rest of the race pointless.
Yeah. 100%.
Damn. Yeah.
I
You
feel
can't
like
argue
this is
with
all
that.
going on because like I'm trying to defend season 2. What I'm trying to say is that
But you
it
can't.
incited the most emotion from me. Like there were many parts of that season where I felt something.
How is season 1 every episode
season- I
in
feel like
season
season
1?
Season 1 was
Every
him
episode.
crying about him not being able to do shit,
Which
and then
was
when he did do shit,
emotional.
It's dope.
But I
It's
mean,
dope.
Every
Like,
episode had me in my feels.
Well, I mean,
one.
because look,
Every
no, but
season,
look at it.
every
Like,
episode.
so the show starts off with him having to acknowledge
No
that
power.
he's never gonna get the power. Then
Yes.
then you go to him saving Bakugo,
Yeah.
even though he doesn't have a power.
Right.
Then it goes to
fantastic.
All Might
Giving him his power.
Then it goes to him training
Training.
it and finally getting
And then-
to accept this power.
And then him using it.
Right, like
Fantastic.
season
Yes,
one
yes.
definitely
Every
has a lot more-
episode.
Yeah, it's every episode gives you like
Every
those
at
feels.
least the first 6 episodes give you.
Now I will say I will say something. So season 2, you said the only real hype moment was Bakugo Deku. I think no, Zach said that.
Yeah.
I think even though I hate this fight so much, fucking Uraraka
I
versus
knew you were gonna say that.
Uraraka versus
I loved it.
Uraraka
it was
versus
terrible.
Bakugo.
Yeah, Uraraka versus Bakugo was a stupid fight.
It is a
but
stupid
that
fight.
that moment where she brings down all the meteors
And
and
you're
then
like,
Bakugo
oh,
just
God.
looks up and just
Oh,
one
that's a
shots
good
them
point.
all. When I saw that, I was just like, yo, this kid Bakugo
Yeah, that's a good
is
point.
broken.
But I mean,
That
I
shit
still don't
was-
think that was enough. I mean, that was probably the first time I really appreciated the firepower
Right,
that
of
he
Bakugo?
had. Right.
Yeah.
Because I knew he was good. I knew
But
he was
that
really
moment
maneuverable.
really just
But when he used his fucking howitzer cannon or whatever to vaporize a stadium's worth of
Yeah.
debris.
that
Like,
shit
sure,
was-
that was the first time that I really understood the scope and power of his
Bakugo.
strength, of the strength
No,
and
no,
power.
we really gotta
But
dissect
it
this
still
because,
wasn't enough.
It wasn't.
That's
It's
just
not
sweat.
enough. Like let's, because especially since, like, you just get, there's just so much stupid shit.
in that fight.
There's, and not just that fight, but in that arc.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much stupid shit in that arc, man, that it's just not good enough to outrank the other seasons.
But see, because I still put that over 3.
Why though?
But then, now I need to
No,
rethink
because
that.
look,
I need to
three
rethink
had
that too.
three had the whole them at camp.
Yeah, I
like
love
that
the
fight,
camp.
the invasion at camp.
The
invasion at camp was
No,
so
you're actually
cool.
right.
We have
No,
the
you're
smoke
right.
and the poison
Yeah, you're
cloud.
right.
We have all the students with
He
their
had to
own
run, boy.
fights.
He had to
Yeah.
run.
Right,
Okay.
and then we had
You have Deku
And-
having to go over that one strong guy and kind of
Muscle
realize
Man.
he's
That was a
yeah.
bullshit
and
fight.
I was
I'm
about,
sorry.
I was about to say my least
I'm not
favorite
saying- I'm not
part
saying
of
it
the
was a
entire
great
season
fight.
happens in season 3, but it's still better than season 2.
No, oh, damn. I might have to give you that one. I
Right, 'cause
might
then,
have to-
then you have to go with them getting in trouble for leaving.
Sure.
And then they're like, okay, we'll never leave again. And then they're like, oh shit, they took our boy.
So we gotta go.
We
get
gotta
him.
go. And they're like, so that whole like dynamic of
But
them
season-
arguing with each other.
But just that whole licensing part was so bad.
Yeah.
It was
that,
so bad, dude.
That licensing part just taints season 3
Yeah.
for me because it was just so boring.
Yeah.
And it
It
didn't make sense.
And I don't understand why it was so boring. You have all these, and they had kids with dope ass powers.
Yeah, they
Wind
had some
dude,
cool-
earthquake dude.
They had some cool.
They had
names in
some
that
cool
shit.
ass powers. Why didn't they?
Why wasn't it hype?
Yeah, why wasn't I?
Why did Deku spend the entire exam hiding?
Yeah, he could have taken out all them kids. He could like,
Yo,
See, this is we need to
like,
record.
on!
like bolts and nuts.
like
That shit is dope as fuck.
Yeah, they had some cool powers.
they had some cool ass
that
powers,
they
but the
just did
entire
not
series,
utilize.
dudes were hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been separated. We need to wait. We need to hide. Bitch, just beat ass.
Can we talk
We'll
about why
wholesale ass.
why does the UA why do they settle everything with races? Everything they like their entrance exam is like a fucking race. Their tournaments
The
are
entrance
race.
exam's not a race.
Well, no,
It's
the
not the
entrance-
first two.
the one being before that because Todoroki and the wing guy had to race.
It's the one for those who were recommended.
Recommended.
Those who were
Why did they
recommended.
settle
Had
everything
to
with a
do
goddamn
a
race? I just thought that was really funny. When I saw them racing, I was like, yo, these guys love
Another
their
race.
races.
Another race.
I feel like maybe if there's like a crisis, you gotta be the fastest.
You gotta be
one.
fast
It is the best. It is the best examination. You can't be a superhero if your superpower doesn't allow you to go from point A to point B super fast. Get the fuck out.
As fast as
Speed over everything.
It don't matter. Like shit, everybody's gonna be dead by the time you get there.
Hey, fast.
It's how slow are you? I'm not saying you gotta ride a turtle, hop in an Uber, and by the time you get there, as long as you're super powerful,
What if there's
you'll be good.
Oh shit.
I think we've beaten the Boku no Hero with this dead horse already. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
all
move
right.
to the next topic
We
real
should
quick.
move.
Okay. So let's jump into
Jesus Christ.
jump into Dr. Stone now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So hold on.
Fantastic.
So
ass,
the
yeah.
dub is 2 episodes behind.
Yeah, we just finished 14.
Okay. What was so we could all,
Awesome.
so we so because Zach only watches dub,
Yep.
loser.
They just had Chrome beat Magma. He lit him on fire.
No,
and
that's
pushed him over
like.
the edge.
Oh,
Okay.
I get it. I get what you're saying. You only
Yeah.
watch dub. Oh shit.
Yeah.
that's a whole
so
different.
so we will talk about that.
That's a whole different topic.
That's a while ago. That was like 2 weeks ago.
That's a whole
Yeah, it was 2 episodes ago.
It's 2 whole fucking episodes.
Oh my god, them being 2 episodes behind is not that big a deal.
This is why
Especially in
this
today's-
is what's gonna prevent us from being the #1 podcast.
No!
Because we can't talk
You
about
know
the
how
most
long we
current-
used to have to wait to get dubbed?
But why wait?
Years.
Though? Why would you wait? Why not just?
I will say this.
Every time Ken and I have conversation, he misunderstands shit. And I
That's not
swear.
true. That's not true.
I
That's
swear
not
it's
true.
because it's so.
No, that's not true. We proved that the other day. I was right in what I
You
was
were
saying.
not
I was
right.
right. I was right.
He said, what was it?
I can't remember the exact quote.
Do you
but-
want to come with me, or are you coming with me? Those were the differences of what they said.
But
he
fit my
swear.
point. It fit my point.
not.
It did. We'll get onto that later.
But yeah.
But let's talk about that. Okay, so
That's a different
Dr.
topic.
Stone.
so Chrome,
Stone.
that episode where Chrome gets his ass whooped by Magnus, and then
And then lights him on fire.
lights him on fire. That shit was funny.
I mean,
Having
yeah. But
I mean, you kind of see it coming though.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I like that episode, but the whole entire time, I obviously know this guy's not strong at all.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to do some type of
bullshit.
science thing.
Shenanigan.
He's the guy that
it was-
everyone wants to marry, the prince, like
Right.
the queen, whatever. Yeah. So
and it was funny as fuck.
Priestess.
the
when
priestess.
when
Thank you for correcting
the
me.
mentalist shows up and is like, "Aha! I've got you in my curse for the next 60
That
seconds."
scene was quality.
And then Senku's like, "Hey, it's not cheating unless you die, and you can move and then die, and will be disqualified, or you might move, and it might be a hoax. He might be bullshitting you, so you might be able to move, and nothing will happen.
I will say
It's on you, buddy."
I will say
I
this
love
about
it.
Dr. Stone.
was
It's
good.
it's the one anime too where like I don't care if it's kind of like a more of a funny episode where they're doing
Yeah.
a lot of jokes.
Yeah,
But I
agree.
enjoy it. Like it's actually really good at pulling it off.
They're
Like,
fun. They are
Funny as
good.
fuck.
They
Yeah,
are
it's-
good at
yeah.
those comedic moments.
I mean, yeah,
and you
definitely.
can't take it too seriously.
Yeah,
You can't, like,
you do have to.
And
take
because they're all about his whole plan was to light him on fire
Yeah.
with the lens.
Yeah.
And he was like, "That's not how glass lenses on glasses work." And I was like, "Oh, that was a good try." And he's like, "Oh no, I've thought this out." And then he's like, "Oh, he sweated on the lens." I was like, "No, bullshit. No. I can't give that to you." He sweated on it. He turned it into a convex.
Yeah, concave glass.
Nah,
convex.
no.
I was like, that's not how.
That's not how sweat works. Like maybe he's like, but
That
nah,
shit was hilarious.
I couldn't.
That was good.
I was like, bullshit.
hey man, you just gotta accept that one.
Yeah.
You gotta take Dr. Stone with a grain of
The
salt.
grainiest grain of salt.
I feel like what I
Still a
admire the
fantastic
most.
show.
Yeah, what I admire the most about
okay.
this anime though is like the fact that I know like you see all these other animes where it's based off of your chalk or your whatever. Anyways,
Right.
it's like, oh, you know what, man? Like, what if that's me in that type of world? Like, if that was true, I could be that strong, or I have that willpower. But with this anime that I
I'd be
watch,
dead.
I'm like, fuck,
I'd be
I'd be dead.
Like, I am either still.
I won't have any
stoned or-
superpowers, and I sure as fuck not smart enough
Yeah.
to make electricity.
Yeah, I can't one punch a lion, and I can't, and I can't figure out how to turn people unstoned.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
I feel like I'm intelligent, like, but to see this show, I'm like, I can't get past the basic shit to know what to do.
I'd probably be the guy to like eat the wrong plan.
Yeah, really.
I eat the wrong.
Nah.
Like, can any of y'all actually start a fire from scratch?
Yes,
Fine.
I have
After
done
a
that.
long
I have
ass
done
time.
Define
After a
scratch.
while.
It takes a while. It does take a while.
With like a flint and steel, yes.
I would
If
die.
you're giving me that.
No, they
There's
give
no
you a
way I can
stick,
survive.
They
some
give me 2
hay,
sticks.
yeah, some hay for kindling, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
Turn, bitch!
If, you better pray it ain't winter when you come out like.
Oh yeah, once winter comes, I'm a dead man.
And they still haven't explained, maybe they will, but did anybody else catch this? Senku chose when to wake up.
Yeah. What do you mean he counted?
but the whole point of the show is that they have to use their magical cure-all dissolving thing to wake people up. But Senku was like, you know what? Spring's a good time to start. I'm gonna wake up. And then he woke up. And I was like, 1 minute.
Referee?
Hold up.
Referee,
We can
please.
just do that now?
Well, he was so smart, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He commanded his.
Wait, then how did Taiju wake up? Didn't he wake up on his own?
Senku put him underneath the bat droppings.
Senku put him in the cave
Ah,
because he
gotcha.
didn't know
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it
yeah.
worked, but he was
Right.
like, since
Here,
I woke up here.
Well, so yeah, he was like, I woke up here, what's around here? And he's like, bats. So then he started testing a bunch of birds on the whatever acid that
Sure.
dripped from the bats thing, and then after enough time, it worked. So he's like, all right, so you put Taiju, is his name, right?
Yeah.
He put Taiju in there and was like, I'm gonna let this drip on him and see what happens. And then he woke up.
And then he eventually got the fuck up.
So basically, what we're saying is that the guano from the bats woke him up. So he's Batman. Heard, got it.
That shit, man.
Wow.
And also, I will say,
That shit, man.
if they ever introduce Taiju into the show again, I'm done. I'm stopping.
Can't
I
take yelling.
can't, dude. I mean, the only thing that kept me going was that you said Taiju got sent away.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep watching until that moment happens.
I'm hoping that like when he comes back, he'll have gotten laid at least, so that way he calms the fuck
Oh
down.
yeah. That's a
Like
good
maybe
point.
that's what he needs.
And he's just
Because
chill.
the yelling, yeah.
He yelled every single line.
Y'all
Like,
gotta
that's
get
not
over
an
it.
it's
No,
not
I
an
can't.
exaggeration.
I
He
can't.
yelled every. Austin was bad enough,
Yeah.
but this man
You leave Asta alone.
yelled
that nigga
every
Austin.
single line he had.
That nigga Austin needs to chill the fuck out.
He annoyed me for the beginning. Actually, no, I'll
He
say
annoyed
even
me
till
the
now. But I
I was
still,
gonna say he annoyed me for a whole
I
time.
still love him. I still love. Actually love the show. I don't know how. At first, I didn't give it all this credit, but I actually like the show a lot. I think
Thank you.
it's different. It has its own little style.
It's not different.
And-
It's
oh,
Naruto
no, no, no.
2.0.
But
So it is not.
So no, I actually made this comment. That's exactly what I thought, and that's what kind of hindered me from liking the show even more. But it's the first show to where, and I will quote out on this. It's the first show to where I saw is based off your emotion, your feeling, your desire of like the bonds you have to where your power can be unleashed. And like other things is more of like
Ned.
He has no power.
no, other things is more of like it's who you as like what you,
Grimoires
the
are the
actual
opposite
power
of
you are.
Ned.
This one is actually a show where I'm like, all right, like damn, like I can see a random kid, I'm like, oh, you're not that strong. To all of a sudden unleash this new power. I'm like, wow, like okay, you actually have this.
Oh,
this-
so you're saying somebody's power is not obvious just by the way they look?
Exactly, yeah. It's not not just by the way they look, but by also their character.
Like
First-
just who they are.
Yeah,
People's
it's-
powers can develop at any moment.
Actually develop at any moment based off of your whole emotion,
feel and shit.
how you feel.
Yeah, but it's based on epiphany.
90%
Yeah,
of Naruto's fights
So
had
then-
him winning because he got super emotional.
But no, but
No,
that's
he
different.
already
That's
had. He was the son of
That's
a. He was the
different.
son of a
He used
Hokage.
soft
He had the
notes,
nine-tailed
you
fox
can
in him.
somebody,
I
and then
mean,
you win.
Well, no,
Exactly.
yes, it was because he got emotional, but it's because the emotions unlocked the strongest demon ever.
Exactly.
Whereas this is anyone can get emotional.
Okay.
So, like you said,
Thank
like
you.
I said, it's called Nen.
But first, yeah,
That's
the
from-
Hunter x
Yeah.
Hunter.
Oh,
I
I
don't
never.
know.
Nen
I
is
never.
one of the
It's
greatest
the same
powers
shit. People got
that
emotional and they got
in
more
anime.
stronger.
I've always, but Nen is the best, like fighting.
No, the
I
best is
swear
Stan.
there's
Fuck
something
Stan.
else.
So
I
Nen is a
swear
good second.
there's something else where emotions gave them power.
In what? In Black Clover?
In
Or no,
some-
in another
in something
anime?
else.
I can see Fairy Tail being that way.
Fairy
Like,
Tail.
aside from my
That's what I said.
friends.
I
One
said
thing
I
I
said
haven't
Black
watched.
Clover is
I
a
haven't watched
mixture
it.
I
between
heard not to watch
Naruto
it.
and Fairy Tail, and it 100%
No, but the
is.
difference
power of
is
my
because
friends.
The power
you
of
have to go
friendship.
under. No, there's a huge difference. Like the difference between Fairy Tail and Black Clover is that Black Clover you need to like have an emotional epiphany and
Difference
realize
is we didn't
something
need
about
60
yourself.
episodes to know.
When it comes to
Black Clover was
Fairy
trash.
Tail, it's my friends need help. I gotta get stronger, and bam, they get stronger.
That
It's
is
completely
that's the
different.
same
That's
shit.
100%
It's not the
happens
same.
in Black Clover.
Same shit.
That is 100% what happens in Black Clover.
No, it's not.
Somebody gets in trouble, they go fight, they lose the fight, and they're like, oh wait, we can't afford to lose the fight because then our friend will die, and then they win the fight. 100%
No.
what happens.
Hey, that shit happens though, because I'd be like, I can't afford
Yeah.
to fail this class, and I make that shit happen.
Oh,
so
You're
yeah.
not supposed to say Dragon Ball Z?
shit.
Oh no.
Hang on, man. Alright, this that's your. This is what we
Video podcast. All right, let's hop into.
That'll be our picture.
do.
So, I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get a retouch soon though.
I don't think there's too much to say about Dr. Stone. It's just, it's a
fun.
fun little, it's a
It's
fun
fun.
anime
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah,
Let's jump into Fire Force. Is the sub
boy.
or is the dub?
they're caught up.
They're caught up? Cool.
Yeah, they just fought off the shape-shifting people.
I will say this though, Fire Force out of all the animes we're gonna talk about, it's the one to where don't get me wrong, I'm not discrediting it at all for any of its episodes or the show in general, but it's the one to where I'm not fully focused on out of every single one that I am watching.
Really?
Like
It's the one that I'm most hyped
I
for.
like it. I like it. It's a little different take. I kind of like the whole firefighter type style thing of it, like aspect. Like most kids, when you're younger, you want to be a firefighter. But I don't know. Just to me, out of every anime I've seen, it doesn't fully land the mark yet.
Why? I like it.
I
I like
think
it's what I will say though. The one thing I've had my first major gripe. Oh, it's not even major. But I was like when he was molding people's faces because he like heated up the vessels of their blood vessels or whatever. I was like, that is not how that works.
What do you mean?
No, it's not
I
how,
don't
I'm
think
all
I've
for
gotten that
magic
far.
fire powers, but you can't say that he's sculpting their face
Wait,
through
hold on.
fire.
Ooh.
Wait, are you not caught up?
Not all the way, so that might be a little.
Oh.
That's the last thing you saw.
Wait,
That's
no,
good. We
wait,
can talk about a
wait.
different anime.
I'm like right past Rekka, like where Rekka just like went full like back like Two-Face type shit. Like I thought that nigga was the happiest nigga until he
and then
fucking.
so that whole fight when he's trying to turn the kids into
Oh, that.
Five demons.
Oh, that's pretty.
So
cool,
he's
that.
so he's 2 episodes behind.
Yeah.
That's like 3, isn't it?
It's like that. That's a little bit.
No.
No, that's-
That is. It's like episode
It's like-
10.
Yeah.
It's episode 10.
What episode are we on right now?
There's
14.
12.
Is it still
Okay.
going?
Shit.
Is it still like releasing every week? Or?
Yeah.
Every
Okay,
week,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
There hasn't been an episode for a minute. I thought the season ended.
4 episodes? No.
No, they're up to 14.
I don't. So on Crunchyroll, all I see is episode up to like 12 or something like
Oh,
that.
jeez. And y'all giving me shit. Yeah, how's it feel now? That was like weeks ago, man.
I know it's been weeks since I've seen a fucking Fire Force episode, so I gave up on
They
this
were
shit.
on break for a week.
I haven't seen a fucking episode in a minute. Oh shit!
Wildin'. All right, so I guess we want to talk about.
All right, never mind.
Some of our members needed to catch the fuck
Yeah,
up.
really?
Dude, that shit. Ooh.
But Fire Force is pretty
Again,
good.
I did say
hey,
my
to-
defense was at the bottom of my list.
I just
so-
want to say,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for how it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Like, I like how they're going. I like how he's basically flying.
Yeah, I love that. I love his power.
He's already super strong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
and
already
then
like super.
That,
It's already
that
fun
whole
to watch.
moment when he came through, just fucking.
Yeah, that's just
Oh,
when he
yeah.
drops
He's a
it
whole
high.
firebender with his feet.
Yeah.
Bro,
I will give it-
basically.
I will give it this though. My favorite thing about the show, because I've never seen this in any show, is when he's nervous, the whole smile. Like
smile.
I do find that.
I don't
like,
hate it.
And they
I
do
feel
it
like
really
it's
well.
significant.
He
Yeah,
looks-
it's
he looks-
different.
They
I
call
like
him a
that.
demon. He
Yeah.
does it like a demon.
Yeah, no, I
Fucking
like
devil.
that part.
And-
That's a nice little.
And they had another moment where he changed his superhero name
Yeah.
in the most recent
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
And I love that part. I almost missed it because they were both talking at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Just
yeah.
call me.
Yeah.
That's not how that
Yeah.
works. You can't just change your name.
Knock some
every...
sense into a bitch man.
Yeah, it's like you can't just change your name every episode, bro. All right. Well,
Name me Tag Team Man.
well, that's all that's the anime updates. Is there any other anime shit we need to get into?
So what were you?
I mean,
You
One
said you
Piece,
were gonna
we can
say
always still
something.
get into.
Oh, I did want to say something. Okay,
Ooh.
Did you already
I
talk
got
about
one.
Demon Slayer?
we talked about it last week, but we can
Oh,
go
yeah,
over.
We're not.
Okay.
We're not. Because I haven't. The dub hasn't started.
Wait.
Oh, shit.
Oh, really?
Demons. It started. They're on episode 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't feel bad about Fire
That's
Squad.
I don't
Wait.
Fuck!
The
The dub hasn't started.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
my god. Okay, we'll get to Demon Slayer.
Y'all ever seen Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I've seen
No.
I've seen a couple episodes.
I was
I need
like,
I've never seen Gurren
it's
Lagann.
so okay.
that anime.
It's
Never.
okay.
It never really made me want to watch more than.
I will say
It's
it's one of
episode.
those that I didn't. That it is so okay, but when you watch it,
Yeah.
you want to watch the
Well,
next
that's how I feel
episode.
about. That's how I feel about Fairy Tail.
Oh, have you watched Fate? Did you watch Fate?
Nah, I'm sorry. I
Fairy
couldn't
Tail's
get past
dead.
Fairy.
Did any of y'all watch
Well, no,
Fate?
I'm saying that's
I
what I'm
watched
saying. Fairy
Fate.
Tail.
I watched
Fate
one of
what?
them.
Yeah,
I've only
Fate
seen
what?
like 4 or 5 episodes.
I watched one of
Fate
It's
them.
like a
Grand
different
Order,
series, though.
Fate,
Yeah.
Fate Grand Order, Fate
Yeah.
Apocrypha,
I think-
Fate Stay Night.
I watched
The
Fate Stay
Fate
Night.
I saw
franchise
Fate
is
Stay
so weird that if you don't know the rest of the stories, you don't even care about the rest of them.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
not.
but you have to-
That's
Well,
not
no,
true.
no. The point of it
They're
is
all one
each,
offs.
yeah, each is in the like they do reference each other, sure,
But
but
it's not important.
it's kind of
You
like
don't have
watching
to know.
Iron Man and then watching Thor. Like,
Right.
sure, they're
Yeah.
the same universe. Sure, Thor might
We'll
reference.
talk about Iron
yeah,
Man.
we'll reference shit from Iron Man, but it's
Yeah.
like it's not like if you didn't watch Iron
It's its
Man
own
2,
separate shit.
you're gonna be confused in
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok.
They have their own plot lines.
So
But I do dislike that about Fate.
I do too, because I'm
I
like,
do kind of wish they
because
were
if
connected.
they, if
They're
they were
not-
all connected, I'd
I-
fucking watch them.
Exactly. Well,
But now I'm just like, I don't even know which one I want to watch because I don't know if I'll like any of them.
Well, in my opinion, like I still enjoy a majority of the seasons. Don't get me wrong, I haven't seen every single one, but I feel like I've seen majority of them.
Yeah.
I still enjoy each single one. Like the fights are pretty cool. The stories
The
are
fights
pretty
are
cool.
cool.
But I will fully
I
on
was
say
saying
like agree with that comment. It's just I do wish
Wait,
each single one
Was
connected.
Well, not only
Fate
that-
the one with the
The
beast?
Archer, the Saber,
Yes.
they
Oh,
are.
I love that
the
one.
Berserker.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my issue with Fate, maybe
Hercules, who I didn't even realize that was
yeah,
Hercules.
yeah. When I saw even the one series that I have seen, I was confused and had no idea what was happening up until I
You saw
saw.
Fate Stay Night first.
I
That's
did.
because Fate Zero is a prequel.
You're pretty cool.
I don't know. I saw whichever one. I saw whichever one the kid summoned Saber, who was King Arthur but a chick,
Yeah.
and then they ended by fighting Gilgamesh,
Yeah.
who was big gold dude and shot swords at them or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Fate
was
Good,
that
by
was
the
the
way.
only one I've
Fate
seen.
Stay Night. That nigga was busted.
Yeah, he was
Archer?
OP.
I was like,
That
that-
who because
he was the Archer.
because they said the other guy was Archer.
Yeah.
but he wasn't.
Yeah, or
But,
something like
but we
that.
didn't know who he was. I don't know. Like I said, I've seen the show, and I still don't know
He was Archer.
what the fuck happened.
He was Archer, and I was like,
I
that's
was
bullshit.
so confused.
You can't just throw swords
Yeah,
at people
be
and
an
call
archer.
yourself an archer.
He wasn't throwing them. He
You
was
were shooting them.
them.
You're right.
With his
You
magic
can't
powers.
shoot swords at people and call yourself an archer.
No,
I mean,
no, it's, when,
well,
it's
think
at
of-
the
think-
end of the upgrade tree.
Oh!
RPG. He upgraded so much
The
that
swords?
he unlocked
Oh,
that.
fuck out.
Think of it as a tomahawk, man. He's throwing someone else.
Oh, hell no.
Have you never played an
That's
RPG?
like what, 10,000 hands?
Launching the bitches. I was like, yo, this is cheating.
Yeah,
This is
he was
cheating.
busted as fuck.
The,
But if somebody on this power scale is gonna be in this thing,
The
why are we
wizard-
even watching?
I remember the wizard was fucked. That his episode, like he
I
didn't do
remember.
much, but his episode was when he found that like super psycho killing kid, and they like teamed up, and then like they introduced him by like the kid is like murdering a family, and he kills the mother and the father,
Oh, that's nice.
and he's about to kill the child, and the wizard or magician or whatever he is comes in and is like, hey, don't kill him, what are you doing? Hey, chill out, relax. And you're like, oh, this guy's a good guy, thank God. And he lets the kid go, and the kid gets to the door, and just this huge mouth comes and grabs the kid and pulls him back. And he's like, and then he looks at his partner and is like, death is better when there's fear involved, or when there's hope involved. And I was just like,
Damn.
Shit.
I was like,
That's
you're
a,
fucked.
that's a big line right
I
there.
was like, you're
Yeah,
fucked.
that's fucked
huge.
up.
Put that on a shirt. man.
Yeah, put it on a
I
shirt.
know.
I was
like,
like-
damn.
That
Death is
character,
better when
and he was only there for one
I need to put
episode.
that on my
But
nose.
he
Oh,
was,
yeah.
oh
Death
my-
is better when.
Yeah, but he was fucked. But no, I do actually have something I'd like to get into.
Yeah.
I got two things I actually want to get into. Ayo,
You're a bitch.
What?
I'm tired of you. I'm not listening to any more of your anime recommendations.
Ooh,
You
I have
should
something I want to
never.
get involved just because of you.
ass
Huh?
motherfucker.
Just I said I have something I want to get involved. It's not fully anime. Actually, it's not
We-
anime
We
topic
can
at
get
all.
into it, yeah.
The
But
Joker
Ayo,
movie.
oh yeah, we'll get into that. But
the Joker movie.
but
I haven't seen
Ayo, Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
No, you talked that shit up last week.
I told you it's okay.
No, it is not.
What about Seven
What
Deadly
you
Sins?
said is not fantastic.
What about Seven
It's
Deadly
alright.
Sins?
It's not
It's
fantastic.
okay as fuck.
Bro.
At best. At best.
What do you
It's alright.
At best.
I'm not. What do you mean?
Seven Deadly
I
Sins
agree.
is
Millie-
okay at best.
Meliodas is the most savage
And
motherfucker ever.
he's a character that almost everybody could like. Like you see
Literally,
this
bro.
crazy savage. You see
I'm not gonna
a
lie.
serious demon.
He's
You
never
see
a
a
bitch.
huge-
Wait. Actually, look, listen. I was hating it so much because I did not understand why this nigga. Because I knew Meliodas was dope.
Sure.
Season
You was
2.
dope.
Oh my god. Hold on.
I hated the whole.
Yes!
You hated
Wait.
It's not that bad.
I hated
She was
her.
annoying as fuck.
What? She
Until I
doesn't
saw that
do
she had powers
anything.
too, and I was like, okay.
But everything
I
hate, bro.
accept her. She's not that bad.
Where's the butt? I feel like there's a butt coming.
Yeah,
Please.
Useless.
She's not that bad, man.
I hate her. Get her out of here. Get it. But no. So here's my
She's
thing.
she's like the comic relief character.
But here's my thing with Seven Deadly Sins.
No, that is Hawk.
It was just.
Hawk.
But Hawk's
Hawk is-
savage.
no.
Hawk was supposed to be.
I think no. I will say this: Hawk is annoying. I love Seven Deadly Sins.
I think
Hawk
Hawk's
is
annoying.
annoying.
You say
to me.
Hawk's annoying?
Hawk is the
Hawk is
Hawk
annoying.
is
But I
annoying.
didn't like how she
Hawk
always
is
trying to put
annoying.
Meliodas in check. She always trying to put
He
this
is the
thing on
captain of the
blast.
scrap force.
I don't give it. That's a nothing.
That is my nigga.
That's might as
Hawk
well
is
be
my
president of the garbage can.
Hell no.
Well,
I
principal of the homeschool. What's up?
Yeah, that's garbage.
No, but the reason why I say Meliodas is savage as fuck, because he was clapping everybody's cheeks before the demon even took over again.
Yeah.
Like, he was already clapping everybody's cheeks easily.
Yeah, I don't care about
No. So and also if you
Y'all ain't
if
seen
you
nothing
see
yet.
has
That
everyone
next
in here
season?
has everyone in here seen season 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
The part where you see
I
that
don't even count it as a season.
where you find out
It was, yeah.
whenever he gets his own
Season
power
2 was
back, and you
It had
see
a-
that it
season
was
2 had a-
scraps.
I don't know, the
Like the
cliffhanger
power
was
you've
too-
seen prior, it was scraps to that.
which one of the power?
Like you see, you see all
All
that
I'm
in the
gonna
sky.
say-
And like, hey, yeah, what he had was in comparison scraps.
But
And then at the end of it, you find out that still isn't even comparison to him. Whenever he's like at that demon level, wherever he's like.
But it
losing his
doesn't
mind.
matter.
But I'm
It
saying,
doesn't
like,
matter
This
because
shows,
if you tell me somebody punches a guy
Sure.
and the guy takes the hit,
Yeah.
and you say he hit him with a force of 100 pounds or whatever, then you take the exact same scene and you have a guy hit a guy and he takes it and you say, oh my god, he hit him with the power of 10,000 punches. Then I'm like, I don't give a shit because it looked the exact same.
That is a good point.
That's the problem
that is a good
because
point.
Meliodas' fight from season 1 to season 2
But
are
you're-
the exact same, except the power scaling is higher.
Exactly, but don't
nah,
forget
I wouldn't say
his
that.
opponents are getting strong.
But we don't. They just tell
I'm
us.
saying, but you gotta take that into
everyone.
But
I-
no,
I
we
get
don't
what I'm
see.
saying.
They don't vaporize mountains.
Everybody
They
he
don't-
fights is stronger than the last person he
Exactly.
fought. So you can't
The
say
thing is,
everybody's the same.
But
You know,
it
no, no.
is the same
I'll
because
give you an-
again, take somebody and say his power scale is 10 million. It don't matter.
I'll give you an example as to what you're comparing to. Like people say this about this show, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I've had that same complaint about Dragon Ball.
But it's different.
And again,
It is different.
it is different. But Dragon Ball Z, why I always give it credit, why I have the fucking, it's the one of the first animes of all time that spawned on the anime. Seven Deadly Sins. Granted, it's way in a different time. You shouldn't be doing the whole off and power scaling compared to all these different animes. However, I still give credit to this show for its production, its writing, the storyline. Like I'm intrigued. Like okay, you're the captain of the Ten Commandments. You're the captain to commandments. Fucking go for
Hop.
No.
Gozer? Yeah.
Gunther or something like that.
Gother.
Yeah, Gunther. Another Ten Commandment. Like
Gowther.
it's an intriguing show.
I will.
One of the Seven Deadly Sins, the king of the fairies. He's still not at his full power.
I know,
You
but
got-
the
like
issue.
that,
Hold on.
Like,
Let me say one thing.
It's still an intriguing show. Like,
and
I'm
you
not
know
saying
what?
it's perfect, but it's a show to where I'm fucking waiting every week for the
They,
next
so
episode.
they built.
I'm not reading it because I want to watch it.
They built a good world, right? The world is really cool. I'm super interested in the world, but it's like after the fact. All the cool shit has already happened. I want a prequel. I want to see when they were a spawn. I want to see a video of a demon war. I don't want to see these weak ass, lame ass bullshit.
I think we're getting there.
Huh?
I think we might be getting there, like to see more demons.
I don't think we are.
Well, if not that,
Or-
what if a
The
season?
next season
What if
is
it's a
the
season?
last season, I believe. It's going to be the Demon War.
No, yeah. So what if the last season is a new Demon War, or what if
But that doesn't change the fact that season 1 and 2 were boring.
Well, what if there's an in-between season saying a prequel to
season
all
3
of
might
them?
be fucking amazing? But if they've killed Ken on it. Ken ain't gonna watch season 3. Season 3 could be the best anime ever, but they've lost Ken already.
Boring as fuck.
What?
But also, kind of going. Hold on, I want to bounce off what Zach said earlier with the whole power scaling thing. The problem isn't. It's fine. You can bring in new, stronger characters. That makes sense. The problem,
Have it
what he was
mean
saying
something.
was they were telling us they were stronger, not showing us.
Yeah.
In Dragon Ball Z, you have Raditz shows up, right?
Alright.
He does some fuck shit. Then you have Frieza shows up
They
who blows up
vaporize
a
a
planet.
city.
Yeah, like then you have
He goes,
the androids show up and they
boom.
just one tap people. They are showing us that these people are stronger and stronger and stronger. In Seven Deadly Sins, it feels more like they're just kind of like he's stronger than the last guy. Well, how do I know? Well, he punches harder. Well, what does he punch harder? Meliodas. Well, what does that look like? I don't know. Meliodas took it anyways.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
looks like the exact same fight.
that's what he was saying.
So I might get what you're saying, but they have, in all honesty though, they have shown it a couple times. For example, they show whenever you start to see the white, I forgot if it's called the white or gray demon. Then you see the regular red demon. You see how like
They have different
being able to
colors.
kill it, the powers of being like the
Hey, yo, get
exactly.
here and defend the show because I'm pissed at you about
What
this.
if his new spear modes
Oh,
was
he told you
being
about
able to
it?
kill it?
Yeah, I'm mad at Ayo. Ayo, I want you to defend this shit because I'm mad at you because you told me to watch this trash.
You're just tripping. I'm sorry.
No, defend it.
In my opinion, I feel like I'm defending it pretty good though.
Not
even.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons you can say it's
You could have changed the
That's,
subtitles and
what's
said
it
that
called?
he was fighting somebody even stronger, and it wouldn't
I like
change
him.
the fight.
Yeah,
I think he's hot.
I thought that was good show of
But-
power right there.
So
Shit.
Oh no, yeah, come out.
What's his name?
Lightning dude.
Who brings the lightning down?
Oh, the
Gil
Gil
Thunder.
Gil Thunder.
Gil
Yeah,
Thunder.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, when he threw the thing
Oh,
from
and then the
continent
the
over,
spear.
Yeah.
And then
Yo, that shit was.
and he
I
caught
love
it,
that.
and he
I
went,
love
he
that.
like
Yeah,
killed
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Kills it. Oh,
That shit was lit.
For sure.
And he
For
caught
sure,
it,
just
and he
crying.
went
I'm
through
such a
fire.
hoe. I'm
That
such a
was
fucking
cool.
hoe.
And
But
his
then
throw-
every
his
fight,
throw- his throw
I
was-
know, but
You know,
yeah, but then
fuck.
every fight
And he's like, he ain't worried
every
about
enemy
you. He ain't worried about
after
you
was
right
on
now.
had the
He's
same
like,
impact on
alright,
Meliodas.
There's a spear
Alright,
coming my way.
here's the thing that I've had that feeling about certain shows before, right?
Bro, I love that part. Bro.
I
That
want
was
this
great.
to be heard and through. So I had the same feeling about certain
But look,
shows.
but listen. Can we? Oh, sorry.
No, go for
Yeah,
it.
I was
really,
gonna say,
what
can
a
we
dick.
appreciate the fact, dude? I hated fucking what's her name? Elizabeth.
Ho ass.
She wasn't
Until like her powers came, dude, and they put that in so subtly, bro. I didn't even
It
realize.
did come out of nowhere.
And I was
didn't
like, you
think
know what?
would.
You're right. How did they heal? 'Cause I thought it was just power. No, it turns out it was her all along. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
It came out of nowhere. 'Cause she,
And
It
I was
wasn't
like,
out of nowhere.
now she
healed Meliodas when he
I
was
feel like
almost
the
dead.
show wouldn't
He
be
was
that much
poisoned.
different if she wasn't in it. Like honestly.
And like,
It
bro,
wouldn't be different.
But,
It
but
wasn't.
like,
Yeah, no,
I
it
hate-
wouldn't be.
Except for that one.
Except for that one moment, yeah.
I
Facts.
just
take
hate
her
her
out.
as like her. I just
But
hate
no,
how
she doesn't make it seem
I
like
hate.
It's like-
I hate the useless character bitch. No,
Yes,
I hated the
But,
fact.
but you can't disagree that
But
she
Hawk
was
is
basically
okay?
in there kind of for like fan service almost.
Sure,
Yeah.
and I fucking hate
But
fan
Hawk is okay.
Hawk
But
is funny.
That's anime, but
Hawk
anime
is
is
funny.
fucking
I like-
fan
I
service.
I mean, that's
Boy.
true. Anime is
She's
just
annoying
90% of
sometimes,
animes
yeah.
are fan service.
but like,
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Anyway,
Naruto was
but,
fan service.
yeah, Gio, what were you saying?
You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
What were we
You said
just saying then?
you wanted something
Power
that everyone
scaling.
here.
Yeah.
and you've had that
Alright,
issue
so
with
no, yeah,
other
so
anime.
I've had that issue with multiple animes, like, and I get it. I get the argument. Again, I said my defense of Dragon Ball Z was one of the first that sparked a lot, but so I get the whole power issue. I get the whole freaking Seven Deadly Sins. Like you're not seeing like a different kind of fight from each fight. However, what I've learned, maybe it's just me being from wanting to my goal and dreams as being an actor, me just kind of like living in that type of lifestyle. It's just you got to take every single thing you
Into
see.
consideration.
Like not only into consideration, but
Yeah.
also it's like in that only moment. Don't
Yeah,
take
yeah,
everything
right.
else out of mind. Is be in that moment with a fresh mind and look at it like, do I like what I'm seeing? Am I enjoying it?
Because that's the purpose
so
of
the-
a story.
No,
it's
so
to
no,
build.
again, it's the purpose of the story, but you. It's just not everything's gonna be to your expectation. There things might be kind of
My
like
expectations
bigger.
aren't that high.
Yes, they are.
Well, no, I do get.
Japan has the highest expectations.
I do get what you're saying, and I do
I'm gonna
like
turn
you.
on the AC.
You are right in that sense of
No, yeah.
you have to look at everything as an individual, but at the same
Appreciate
time,
things for what they are.
But at the same time, like, if I gave you pizza every single day you eat it, are you going to be like, I'm enjoying this slice of pizza for what it is today?
Yes.
No, you're going to be like, fam.
I had pizza
That
last-
pizza, hold on, that
But-
pizza
but
can
the
have
thing
a
is- the
different
thing is-
sauce on it.
No,
It can
no,
have
But
some
that's
different
what we're
ingredients, some
saying.
different
These
toppings.
fights
the
aren't
same
having.
pizza.
Yeah, they're
It's
not
the
having.
No,
exact
it's
same
not.
pizza.
No.
It's the exact same
There's
pizza.
1,000 different ways you can have pizza.
Nah,
bro.
it's no. You're right. It's the difference between pepperoni pizza and extra pepperoni pizza. There you go.
Bro, yeah. You could have used
That's
you
the
add more
difference.
pepperoni.
Yeah.
You could have used a whole different analogy. Fuck that.
No, but even if you had different pizza every day, fam, you're gonna get tired of the crust and the cheese. And
What
the
do you
sauce.
think Italians eat? They fucking eat
Not
and-
pizza.
Not every day.
But no,
I just want to say, on behalf of all the Italians that are watching this show, I am sorry.
Imagine when they first invented pizza, bro. You don't think they was eating that shit every day?
Get out of here. Why do we invite this kid?
Oh my
Hey,
god.
that shit every
I
day.
think there are some episodes though where the power scaling is okay. For example, Meliodas, when you see him go against the sin of was it fear or something like that?
Oh, that
It's,
fucking vampire dude?
No, what's it? What'd you
I
just
don't know,
say?
they're all the same.
Okay, you're talking about the guy in the armor, right?
The commandment of what? Yeah, the commandment. Yeah, the red armor.
He's a commandment
Oh.
of fear.
Fear. Yeah, fear. Whenever you
To
see him
turn
go
away
against the
from
first
him, you
time,
turn his
where he
thumb.
does all this crazy power, he still gets his ass whooped. And all of a sudden, he has his power back, and he's just like fucking beating the shit out of him.
Wait, hold on.
So
Dude,
that
the
guy's
one that
power-
Escanor beats?
Yeah, the one that Escanor
I don't
beats it.
remember.
Okay.
Escanor, he
I
doesn't
don't
do shit.
remember.
He just scares him.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Escanor beats the fear dude.
Yeah, he scares the shit out of him. He's like, bitch, look at me.
But I would say that's
Escanor
honestly
is great.
the only good thing about Seven
Escanor
Deadly
is
Sins
Escanor.
is Escanor.
Escanor?
And
Right.
the fact that they need him more. They
They
just
introduced him in episode 18 of 24.
yeah, they need to have more
You know-
Escanor.
You know he's already a big part of the first episode of season 3, if y'all seen it.
Is season 3 out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it
And the thing is, the subtitles
Escanor is
aren't
the
Season-
tiny nigga
season one
that
and two.
during the day turns big
Season
and
two came
it's
out.
Has a
like,
big ass axe.
yeah, and he's
No,
like,
season
I'm
two
gonna
came
fuck
out.
everybody.
you and
Okay.
you up.
They
What's
have
up?
that like little Netflix
Oh,
for episode
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Power,
Escanor's
his
real
power is
I'm gonna look
literally
him up.
limitless.
Can
Yeah.
we talk about Escanor for a second?
We
Because,
are.
He's the
Well,
goat.
like, But like in depth, this guy was fighting, Meliodas' said older brother, right?
Oh yeah, he looks at me. He's like, why would
this
I?
man says, if you hate me, you cannot affect me.
He
And
said,
you know
why
what
would I hate
Eskimo
someone
said?
who's
He
weaker than
said, how could I possibly hate you? I'm stronger than you. I only
Pity
pity you.
you.
Yeah.
This nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was rough.
God, that's
Saying that
so
your
good.
attack affected me? Who
Oh,
said that?
he's
Like,
He's like, no wonder. He's like, I wonder why that attack hurted me. Oh shit.
Bro, honestly,
Yeah.
bro, the way they built up Meliodas to be like throughout the whole show, when they did reveal his brother, like I was like, okay, like what are you about to do? Like, I had no doubt
his
that
brothers were boring.
yeah,
They weren't.
I had no doubt that he wasn't gonna whip their ass.
Yeah, they were just samey.
Yeah. All right.
compared to Escanor, everyone sucks.
That's
That is
factual.
facts.
All right, let's jump into another anime that Zach and I already kind of had this talk off mic, and he convinced me to get back into it. But I did want to hear from Io, and I think Gio.
You don't want to hear from Io. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Shut your ass up.
And I think Gio. Okay, real fast. Who here actively likes Sword Art Online?
I've never watched it.
I do.
All right, so
I know Io likes it. Gio, do you like it?
I know that I just found out about a month ago a season 3 came out.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But
I
season
didn't-
1 and 2, did you like?
I love season 1. Season 1 just because
We all do.
Okay.
it was an anime where you came out like. And me personally, I would imagine myself, fuck, if a game comes out, I'm gonna be fucking him. Like,
Yeah,
I was like, that's who I
tough.
would like, obviously.
But even then, it's only like the first 8 episodes.
No,
Well, hold on,
I get
real
it.
fast,
I
real
get
fast.
it.
Thing.
Fabrice, are you into SAO?
I watched part of it, but I can't really recall because I was like 4 episodes in. I just knew it was like they were in a game. And
Yeah.
shit.
All right, I want Io to give
Defend.
SAO's its defense.
Wait, that's the
Wait,
one
wait,
where they have to like
wait,
collect
okay.
stuff too, right?
To
Or-
give SAOs its defense, you can't just
that's
like
something else.
do not compare it to other.
I ain't comparing it to
animes
shit.
For the most,
Talk
okay?
your
See it
shit.
as what it is. All right, I'm gonna talk my shit.
Talk
SAO.
your shit.
I'm gonna back him up.
Now you want to talk? Why
He
didn't you
doesn't
talk
say
your
what I'm
shit? He's talking about 7.
I'm gonna talk my shit.
Talk your shit.
SAO is an isekai. That's the first thing. It is taken to another world. They are trapped. They gotta live. Correct.
Sure.
Now
Does that
this
matter?
world, this any world, is a video game. Do you feel pain? Not as much as usual, but it's there. The biggest pain in that show is your psychological pain because there is no escape. You can die at any moment. So they're trying to live life the best way they can. People want to, make professions as being a blacksmith. They want to go out there and try to beat the game.
But
That's cool.
if
They're
you-
scared to go out. I understand that. That's why not everyone's trying to beat the game like that. Some have lost hope. Psychological aspects. Now, in some MMOs, when it comes to like the whole relationship part, like we've all played an MMO or some kind of online game. Have y'all never had like someone you were like married to in a game just for like the benefits?
No!
Like, sure.
No!
Then you had no fun. Anyways,
Where are you?
like you
going
had no
with
childhood.
I don't know where he's going with
This, what I'm trying
He's
to say
talking
is
this shit.
this show is like it encapsulated what an MMO was like. If you like really like what's it called? If you like really like we're in like immersed into that game, that's what an MMO would be like. And I really respected that about it.
Yeah, I
It's
can
trying to grind.
agree with that.
It's the grind. It's the social aspect. It's all that, and I liked it.
It's the best parts of an MMO.
So
Because you don't really
Yes.
see any of the grind.
Wait,
We don't ever see him level up.
to get to his point though, is like what do you gotta love about this anime
it's like
is
the Matrix. Right?
It's about a kid
Is-
who kicks ass.
no, it's what you gotta love about this anime is I agree. I completely already know what y'all are gonna say. The second half, even the first season is like, okay, like, come on, like the first half was so cool.
The second
pirate
quarter.
skin, the fights, the bosses, everything. The second season, not that cool. The gun, okay, someone in real life trying to do this shit, like make it. I get it, but what I completely will always love from this show and take away from it. And I get it, like, I do, like, the first 8 episodes, you said, those are my favorite things out of the whole entire shit. Like, I get it. What you gotta love about this show is if a game comes out to where all of us can dive into a fucking game like that and something like that happens, that's what I love about this show is just the fact that what if? Because they're already working on the whole games where you put the fucking mask on, you dive into a virtual world.
Right.
They already have all those games out. But a game to where it's fully a full body to where like I feel little senses on my body where oh shit I felt that for a second.
Okay.
But obviously
And
that's what you
let me say one
gotta
thing.
love and admire about this
I will
anime.
say, I've told Ken that my favorite parts are when they go out and play the game. Like the Sword of Excalibur arc, I really liked when they go out and actually play the game. There's a, I don't know if it's an OVA or whatever, where they do like an underwater dungeon, a dungeon clear. That's all really cool.
Right.
But it gets so caught up in its own ass that it bogs it down.
Going back to your point, I mean, everything you said is true because that is why I started watching. But that's not gonna hold me until the end of season 2, right? Like, I can't. If my mindset is, ooh, these kids went into a game where they can actually die, and then you don't necessarily give me that, how long can I keep that delusion in my mind?
Yeah, especially when they go off on tangents, it's like, I would never do this in a video
game.
So why do I want to watch somebody else do it?
The half of the first season 1 was that
Them
TV
getting
where
married or
you
whatever.
felt like the whole survival. That was literally
survival
the only time you ever felt that.
Yeah,
it is.
But
It's
the only
time in 3 seasons.
I would say like I still like the shows because obviously you still see some decent fights, but I watch it just based off of, wow, you introduced this new world to me. No other show has given me a world to where I'm diving into a game for my life.
I agree.
That's the ending of the argument. Is no other show has. I feel like another show took the time to try to beat it. Yeah, they could beat Sword Art Online on that. Even if Sword Art Online was the first one, I feel like someone could beat it. It's just no other show has still attempted it to where I'm like, you know what? I still want to see what y'all gonna tell me first.
Right, but
I'm still curious.
It's the same thing with My Hero. Like, yeah, that uniqueness and that potential is there, but potential is not enough to carry you through multiple seasons.
Yo, are you fidgeting with your mic?
No, I'm not moving at all.
Your shit's welling out.
Yeah, it was. But you know, like, yeah, because I agree, and that's the reason why I stuck with 2 seasons of Sword Art Online, was because the potential was there, and then I heard about season 3, and I was super hyped for it, and I watched it, and it was, I mean, maybe it gets better, but I just stopped because it was too boring.
I'm gonna have a start. Probably started when it.
Is season
I'm not
3
sure if I'm gonna finish
Alicization?
slowly to first.
Is what? Is season 3 what?
Is it called Alicization? Where
Yeah,
Kirito
Alicization is season 3.
It gets better.
You always say that.
Really? Again, I watched
He
12
always
episodes.
says that.
I watched 12
I
episodes
will
of
say
season
that-
3.
But what I will say is Zach did convince me to get back in season 3, so I will be watching it. Plus, it is a big community, and I would love to be part of it because everyone
But again,
loves this
I
anime.
definitely recommend, if you
I've
don't
heard
want to
about
watch
it. I
the
loved
first
it.
2 seasons, just watch a highlight reel.
No, I'm gonna watch a highlight reel, and then I'm gonna go
Get
watch
into
season
season
3 and see if I can keep
Because
it.
I was
But
super
yeah,
happy.
again, remember this is the only anime in that category.
Log Horizon does it.
And so does dot hack or whatever it's called.
Dot hack
And
sign.
so does
the thing is I've
XO
never
World.
ever
They're
heard
all
of it.
video game esque.
I mean, the difference
I just
is
feel like
Log
SNS
Horizon is straight isekai where they wake up and they're inside a game.
but it's political as fuck.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about it. There's not a lot of action.
It's political. We gotta get into Attack on Titans next time. Then.
No, because I gave up on Attack on Titan.
We don't have.
I
gave up on that.
I'm
I gave
hearing a
up
lot
on
of
it.
good stuff.
I give
Not
up.
even,
It's
because
still
I was
good.
reading. I
It's
kept
still
up with the
good.
manga, and then we finally had all of our questions answered, and I was like, those are some dumbass fucking
They
answers.
started like repeating the same tropes over and over and over again. Cause like with the first season, the only person that you found out secretly, okay, you already knew that Eren was gonna be a
Right.
Titan. But then the only other person that you knew could secretly turn to a Titan was what's her face,
That chick,
the fucking
yeah.
fight they had at the end. But then the next season's like, okay, oh he had it.
He
too
got
all
it.
along.
He got
She
it.
got
He got
I was
it.
like,
He
okay,
She's got it. And then season 3, oh wait, there's more.
Yeah, so
He's
like,
got
what's
it.
so special
And
about
he's
it?
got it.
I was like, fuck it, like.
Oh wait, there's a whole nation that has it.
I
Oh,
mean,
well,
it's still interesting.
Well,
though,
but
I
they
think.
explain all that though.
and it
Yeah.
was, it's a dumbass
Yeah,
explanation.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
It is a dumbass explanation.
I don't want to talk about Attack on Titan.
I guess after
I'm
the
good
first
on
season,
Attack
they
on Titan.
realized
I'm good.
there weren't any
I gotta
other
finish it.
real
just for
threats that they
something.
could put in the anime besides a Titan.
I mean, this
somebody
bitch
else.
ass still needs to watch a Yu
Like,
Hakusho.
who else is gonna give Eren any
Yu Yu
competition?
Hakusho is the best. There's literally nothing wrong with it.
Watch.
It's perfect.
I know.
I wouldn't
No.
say it's
Yes,
perfect.
I need to stop
Shut
doing
the
that. Stop.
It's
Yo,
perfect.
Don't get him so hyped.
I know, right?
I don't know,
is
bro.
not
I know I
that
used to watch
good.
that shit as a kid on Toonami, and that
Yeah.
shit had a special place in my heart.
I know, I
No, I think
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah,
watch
yeah,
it. I'm
nothing
sure I'm gonna
but
like
good
it.
things to say
But
about
Wait, you've never seen it?
No.
I mean, I've seen episodes as a child, but I never like sat down and paid attention to it.
All right, so
I want to
here's-
go
here's-
back
here's
and
the
like
thing-
watch
here's
it.
a huge
through.
thing in my
He has a
opinion.
freaking spirit
You
then,
cannot
dog.
argue with someone on a topic until you've seen it. You can't.
You gotta watch
Oh
it,
well,
bro.
yeah.
You can't.
That's why he's
That's
not
like,
saying
I'm not.
anything.
That's one of those classics
He's
that
not
you go
saying
back
anything.
and watch.
That's why
But-
I'm giving
no,
AO
Jump
shit.
into the Joker. You need to still see
Oh
that
my
movie.
God.
I've seen
No,
it
you
twice. I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
Why?
He's scared to watch it.
First time I watched
not
it,
scared to watch
first
it.
time I watched it,
it.
I wasn't trying to enjoy it, but at the same time I was trying to analyze it. Second time I watched it, I've already seen it, I already kind of started analyzed it. So when I saw it, oh my gosh. You cannot compare him to Heath Ledger. You cannot, because
Yeah,
that's fine.
this is the developing of the Joker.
He still look good.
But
No, it's not.
but
Well, hold on. Let him get his shit off.
Okay.
it's its own it's his own take. It's not the comic version. I get it.
Then I don't-
The whole point is like,
It's not the
what, so it's not going to connect to
Not
anything
the
else. It's not going to connect to the new Batman movie. I get it. I get all of that. However, to see a new take, just go in the movie with open mind. All right, you know what? I'm gonna see their version of a Joker.
Then don't name it the Joker.
Oh no, okay, I get it. Okay, but that fuck,
Don't.
who
The
get-
only reason they
okay,
named it Joker was so that they would
publicity
get
stunt.
DC fanboys.
Yeah,
in there.
publicity stunt in it. Yeah, I get
Which
it.
is-
But if you go in and
I'm
watch
not-
it, what's
Shit,
that?
you
Which
might
is
as well
enough for me to say-
Venom, they shouldn't have called it a Venom movie.
Except it was literally Venom. It was. He was a symbiote from space. It was literally Venom. Like, you can't say the same. This was like how I was talking to Ken. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Have you, any of y'all?
No,
Right.
I've only watched the
Yeah.
first. I only
So,
watched the first one.
so y'all know the first movie, Cloverfield, was a huge hit and everybody loved it. Years went by, everybody was like,
I get the whole camera point, but I dislike movies like that
Right.
just because it's
The
hard
found
to kinda
footage.
It's
Sure.
kind of hard
But-
to see what's going on.
but anyway.
maybe part
But
of
the
it,
second
but not
one
all
wasn't
of it.
found footage, was it?
no, it wasn't.
No.
So the second one, everybody was like, oh, a new movie. They're like, it's not a sequel, but it's in the universe. Everybody got super hyped. They went and watched the movie and they were like, literally nothing of this movie
Not Cloverfield.
carried over to
That has
Cloverfield.
nothing to do with it.
Right. And then we found out that, yeah, it wasn't even called
Don't do
Cloverfield
the thing.
until post-production. It had nothing to do with the Cloverfield universe until they had already shot and filmed the movie. And then J.J. Abrams or whoever it is, I can't ever remember who it is, James Cameron, I don't know, whoever it is, bought the rights to the movie and slapped a Cloverfield name on it and said, hey, this is in the Cloverfield universe. That's the exact same thing as Joker. It has no connection to DC in any stretch
Well, I haven't
and
watched
form,
it, so I...
and yet they're like, yeah, no, this is Joker. This is our take on the Joker. No, it is a fan fiction, like idea that
Okay,
a guy.
so
It's an original
so there wasn't
character.
anything alluding to the DC universe
No,
in the
but-
movie?
I mean, they're in Gotham.
Oh no, they did.
But-
They say Gotham. They say Bruce Wayne.
Except
But-
that Gotham isn't actually Gotham.
I know, but
because
we-
Gotham is its own
It's a
character.
fictional, yeah.
But what you gotta
It's a
think
fictional
is not even their whole saying, oh, this is a whole They flat out came out honest, said before the movie came out.
Sure,
Before
I know.
They said, hey, this isn't part of the comics.
Which it
This
is he did.
And
You're right. The
obviously,
director said this is my original character that I slapped the name
Yeah.
Joker on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
know
I don't
haven't
want to watch
it
that
yet.
movie.
But you
Honestly,
gotta-
this
I
might
didn't-
sound
I
petty, but
didn't-
the reason why I haven't watched it yet because I don't like his makeup. He definitely doesn't look like the Joker.
No,
The Joker's makeup is supposed to look.
and I'll tell you this. I don't know
Yeah,
if y'all knew this.
yeah.
I don't know if y'all knew this, but the director said that this isn't the Joker. This is like the guy who would inspire the Joker. That
Joker's
that
not
encounters
inspired by
with-
anybody.
That well, exactly. Again, this is his own take. I'm not saying
Okay,
it's
so
true.
hold on.
But
I don't
let
wanna
me say
watch
for a
somebody's
movie,
take.
if y'all want to go watch a movie to where you see
Sure.
like, hey, what if this was one of the upcomings of the Joker? What
time is
if
it? I'm gonna go watch
it's
that shit
still
tonight.
a good movie?
Okay.
Okay,
Different
I've
Jokers,
seen it
different
twice
universe,
with
you know what I'm saying?
understanding both sides because I didn't know which side I wanted to. I still like obviously I'm like, what's the point of this movie? It's not going to connect to anything else.
What you do?
But for a movie, it is still a good
Okay, and
movie.
I don't doubt that because I even said it's probably gonna be a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good.
But
movie.
it's gonna teach DC all the wrong lessons.
Okay,
Because I
so-
don't want to see fucking
Fan fiction.
fan fiction. I want to see adaptations of the comics that I love.
No, yeah, but no, but
Well, okay,
and
hold
then
on, hold on.
DC's
Let
going
me
to do
respond
whatever.
because this question or this statement was posed to
Directed
me.
to you, yeah.
Here's the thing. Yeah, going to what Zach says, as good as it may be, it might be an amazing movie. Here's my two issues with it. Making a movie called The Joker now takes away from anyone who wants to make an actual DC Joker movie.
Yeah.
We're not now. We can't for a couple
good
years.
time, for a good
Exactly.
amount of
So now
time,
we've
yeah.
lost the potential of a great Joker movie. And then the other problem with it is yeah, again, I'm not going to support a fan fiction. I don't want to see fan fictions. You know who can do fan fictions now? Marvel. Because Marvel had a start, they had a finish. They had their universe, they did their whole thing, and they finished it.
Yep.
Now, if Marvel wants to come out with fan fictions, because right, like they're speculating doing the whole zombie Marvel thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm fine with that because I've already seen my shit.
Right.
DC has yet to give me
That
their
hard-hitting-
universe.
But so here's what I was gonna say though. I don't know if you know this, but this has been came out based off of Matt Reeves' comment he had with the interview. Is depending on his first 1 or 2, he hasn't decided how those 2 movies go because he has a contract for 3 with Robert Pattinson. He will bring in a Joker villain. So that is a span of. Obviously, it's not the time we want it. They
So
might.
it's gonna turn into an action movie?
They're debating about a Joker too with the fan fiction one.
Sure.
But they have
I
the
knew
option and decision based off how they go to include that. And he said it's something I'm hopefully looking forward to. I just want to see how.
Right, but what I'm saying is we'll never get a.
Good
We can't
solo
get
Joker
a.
movie.
Yeah, we can't get a solo Joker movie. A
For
solo
the next couple
canon
years.
Joker movie
Yeah.
because they decided to do this fan fiction Joker movie.
No, you still can because they had to get the rights at asking for that, and they still have the freaking DC still has the rights for that.
Sure, but no one's gonna do it because now they're gonna be competing with this fan
That's
fiction.
so dumb though. So
But
when,
you, no,
so
no,
when
that's the thing
birds,
that you can never compare. You can't compete because each thing is That's actually that's a wrong comment to say. You can compare. You can compete. But DC can take another standpoint, the fucking comic book version that everyone wants, and that can still be better because, like, hey, this is a different story.
The problem is
it's
they
a
won't.
different.
Because remember, when you do these movies, it's
They
not
did it
you
with
ha-
Superman multiple times.
but years later, and then two, you have to remember, you have to convince a board of directors, right? You have to convince investors. You have to convince people who also don't really understand comics and don't give a shit. They just got money. So I'm gonna walk up to a bunch of rich people who've never read a comic book and be like, "Hey, look, I want to make a canon Joker movie." And they're gonna like, "Oh no, my nephew was telling me that this really good one came out." "Oh no, that's not canon. It was a fan fiction." But
What's
is yours
the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Like
It made money.
You have
I get
now
that.
taken away from the opportunity within this new DC universe that they're trying to
But-
establish with Robert Pattinson's Batman to now have your own
But you gotta-
standalone Joker movie.
You can't say that though. You never know. It's not a guarantee because
I mean,
you're
sure.
sending a set of board members.
There's
right?
a- sure,
What
there's
if you
a
have-
non-zero
What if no, I'm
percent
saying? What
chance.
if you have a set of board members to where they're like, you know what? I saw how the freaking Marvel canon movies went. I was like, you know what? Let's look into this.
I mean, sure,
You
but
never know, so you can't.
They
write
already
it off.
tried that,
That's
though.
what I'm saying, but you can't write it off. You gotta
Okay, how about this?
go into it.
Are we more
enjoy it.
are we more likely or less likely?
I don't care
Now
about
that
DC
now
movies.
Now
that
that
Van-
Joker-
we are less
No,
likely
we are less likely. That
because
is a
no one
fact.
is going to release a different take on a movie on a
That-
character
that was just released.
within at least 5 years.
And it's been redone so many times.
Right.
Bro. There's been
Like,
like
yeah.
6, 7 different Jokers in
like
live
yes,
action.
sure, you
But
said
they
that
still
they
do
did.
it, though.
No, they did it with what
But
else?
they still do it.
With who?
I'm saying like
But
the
like
fact
you
that
said,
they've done
it's
so
still
many
years
Jokers.
How many
apart.
years? How
But
many
how
years?
many years in between?
How many
That's
years
what I'm
has it
saying.
been?
So
Like
now
the
for
amount
another
of time
5 years.
between-
Mike Keaton
Adam
was
West?
19. What was Mike and Keaton?
Michael
Or
Keaton,
was it
89.
2000?
Late
That was
90s.
Batman 89.
Wait, one of them was 80. Is that the Joker one? Was
That's the
89?
one with not Michael Keaton. Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Batman.
Keaton was
1989.
Batman,
yeah.
just Batman.
Yeah.
Was 1989.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
So
what's the
1989 until 2007.
For the Dark Knight.
Dark
Dark Knight
Knight.
2006. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
What?
Hey,
So there's-
hey,
I mean, then
I mean,
how many
years later?
We're still
Yeah,
young.
so there's George. Well, there was a lot of Batmans between them. It was George Clooney.
No, he's talking
Val
about the
Kilmer.
Joker.
Oh,
Joker.
Joker. Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah,
then
yeah.
after
Yeah.
Heath Ledger's, then we get Jared Leto's.
Yeah, because
Suicide
even there was a
Squad
Joker
in
before
2000.
that Batman, and that was like in the 50s or
50s.
something.
Oh yeah.
So that's my point.
60s.
I'm not going to support. I don't want to give my money to. Because I want a DC universe. I do like the idea of them focusing on DC villains.
We want a
Because I
good
think
Joker film.
and I think they've kind of fucked it with the heroes. I don't know if they can make a good DC hero movie.
Ooh,
Maybe
what's
they
up?
can make a good
They
DC
should
villain.
What do y'all think of
Animated
Aquaman?
movies
I
and
want to
make
hear
them
that
live
comment.
action.
Hey, what do y'all think of Aquaman?
Aquaman was the last
Okay.
DC movie that I watched.
The DC AMU is fantastic.
Okay.
Just take that.
Did you like it? You said you didn't like it.
It was the last DC movie that I watched. That
I-
shit
I-
that shit speaks
I
for
like
itself.
Aquaman.
Aquaman was okay.
I think
I
I
thought
thought
pretty. That's
It was.
I think it was as good
I I
better
would
than
say
some
for the
Marvel
amount of
movies.
CGI that was in it, it was
Some.
it
No,
was
yeah,
bad.
some.
But
Worst ones.
you know who I hated
But
out
I
of the
would
movie?
still put it.
Was the Black
Mantis?
Mantis.
Yeah,
He was shit.
He didn't fit. They could have chosen
Black
somebody else.
Mantis, and then that one line that they gave him, granted, I don't know if he was a bad actor or not, but that one line they gave him where he's like, "Curse you."
Yeah, that was.
Black
that
Mantis
was
cringe
cringe
as
as fuck. They could have picked
No,
a
I mean, yeah,
different.
Aquaman was an okay ass movie.
I think it was
Like, it was entertaining.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it
not,
was
I'm not,
entertaining
I
to
don't really
watch.
care about the DC.
I'll
movies
never watch it
anymore.
again,
I
but
don't
it was
care about the
entertaining to
DC
watch.
movies. They fucked it
And
up.
I mean, I get that's leagues and leagues better than Justice League and fucking
Yeah.
BVS.
yeah.
Facts. All right. I mean, do we got anything else we gotta talk about? Anyone got some shit they wanna get out?
I just want
chest?
to end off with
That-
watch JoJo. That's
Io's
it.
a bitch.
Oh, JoJo's Bizarre
I'm not
Adventure.
watching that shit.
Watch it.
I'm not watching that shit.
Nah.
Fantastic.
I'm not watching that shit.
Oh my goodness.
But I think we've covered everything. Does anyone have anything specifically they'd like to bring up? talk about?
Io's a frou ass bitch.
All I know is that
Yo,
y'all
do you
need to
wanna
let me
scoop
know
up
which
and fight me?
animes y'all talking
Is
about
that it?
next weekend so I can get caught up. Because I'll
Here?
be working too fucking much. I haven't had time to watch it. I bet y'all would have caught it.
Yeah.
Here,
Oh, wait.
Were you trying to
Oh,
throw that at me?
relax, bro.
Not this one.
I thought you was going to go through.
I
just a lighter?
I tried to throw it light,
Oh.
and then I was like, all right, well, let me try a little harder, and then that's
Some
what.
things are pointy, bro.
Well, he said he could catch it.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm
No,
trying to
but-
catch like in the hole.
All right.
I
Well,
have
I
one
think.
question though.
Yo, let's hear it.
What's one anime that really like fuck y'all head up? Like that
Ooh,
actually made
there's two.
Well,
Future Diary, and from the New World, Shinseki Yori.
I haven't seen that one.
That one, if you want to see a fucked up anime,
You said
that
fuck
one.
your head up?
Yeah.
I would say like I feel like this is I might get attacked for this, but because it's kind of basic, but at the same time I still think it did a phenomenal job at fucking with my head. Death Note.
Death Note.
Yeah.
Mm,
Cause like I did root for fucking Light.
yeah.
Or,
I would say
I
they
did
fucked
the
my head
whole
up because I
series.
wanted him to win.
Yeah,
I
wanted him to
I
win.
wanted
Like,
him to
I
win.
know everything he did was wrong.
Yeah, I didn't want him
But
to die.
I
Yeah.
fucking wanted him
That's
to
a good
win,
one.
and I
That's a
was
good one.
pissed how he lost at the end to not
Yeah.
N. Was it N? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man, come on, man, how you gonna lose to no?
Yeah, it was crazy because they
Yeah,
built up
yeah.
all this stuff in the whole movie
Yep.
with him killing this person and this person,
Yep.
him outdoing L, going through all of this shit just to show you at the end, oh, he was just a regular human being.
Yeah.
Then that was it.
And he ended up losing because the guy he chose did something stupid.
Yeah, he did some
Fucked
dumb
up with
shit.
his own notebook. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
if he
went-
had just stayed
he-
by
he- yeah.
himself,
He was like, don't do anything.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. And he was like, oh no, I need to go write this bitch's name in the notebook.
he tried to do
He
things. on
didn't.
his
He
own.
Tried to
Yeah.
do too much.
If he had listened to Light, he
Yeah.
would have still been.
Light said, lay low.
Mhm.
And the guy was like, oh no, he needs my help. He told me to lay low, but he needs my help. So I'm going to go help him. And got caught.
Damn. I would say an anime that fucked me up. I gotta go with my fucking show, School Days, man.
Oh,
That
God.
dude, that
Don't even mention that bullshit.
no, dude, that I refuse.
Have you
Anyone
not-
who
you
says they
haven't
saw
watched
that
it?
shit,
No.
you haven't seen that shit, yo.
Yo.
Anyone that says they saw that shit coming, I don't believe you.
Yo.
I don't believe you.
You gotta watch it, bro. It's the
Future
whole thing
Diary.
is on YouTube.
Future
watch that
Diary.
or
If you
something.
do, it's good.
If
Bitch
it's
came
that-
back in
the sub
time,
is on
killed
YouTube, right?
herself.
No.
So,
I want to say
to
Devil May
answer
Cry.
that question,
The sub is on
Mm,
YouTube.
I'm
Devil
not
May
against
Cry,
dub.
baby.
I'm not against dub.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
think some animes seem okay. Actually, they actually sound decent in dub.
Nah,
But
if,
I will
if
say though,
there's
I will
not
say
if there's not more than one character that has a good dub voice, I'm not watching.
no, that's
it.
what I agree. That's what I agree.
I'm just going.
I would say, but I agree with this. Most subbed are way better.
Facts.
However, I have come across some dubbed ones where I'm like,
Yeah,
wow,
like
that's
even a
really
broken
bad.
clock's right
For
twice a
example,
day.
Soul
Sure.
Eater, Soul Eater, based off the type of anime that it is, I really don't care
Dragon
about
Ball
watching
Z's
dubbed or
dub
sub.
is so much better than the sub.
Broken clock. Broken
I don't.
Clock.
I can't listen to Goku.
Yeah,
Oh
Goku.
my god. Goku is so annoying.
Goku's voice actress is the same voice actress that played him when he was in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like I said, even a broken clock is right twice a day. But yo, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. It's 8 o'clock. It's a Saturday night. We might go turn up. Who knows?
Bro,
Y'all down for a turn
I need
up?
some tequila, bro.
Yeah, y'all trying to get litty?
Yeah.
All right, look, hey, we'll be back next week, either Saturday, Sunday, or Friday. I'm not sure which day we're recording, so I'm not sure which day we're gonna post. You can find us on YouTube. I guess if you're listening to this, you probably are on our YouTube page. But whatever. We got an IG, same thing, BNC Village. That's who we are, Boku no Clout Village. In a couple weeks, a couple of us are going to AWA. Super excited. We got some of our cosplays. We're still getting that shit together. So we're super excited about that. The podcast after AWA is going to be fun. Just kind of, recapping everything from AWA. But definitely hope...
Do a vlog too.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a vlog. We got a couple vlogs already online, so definitely check those out. They're not great, but they're pretty good. We got a dog barking in the back. Because, we got them bitches with us. But nah, this is Boku no Cloutcast signing out, and we'll see you next week.